drink it iced, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new day. lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, when did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves.
Hello and welcome back to the PUBG Mobile European Wonder League. Unfortunately, as you can see, Neptura is unable to be with us tonight due to unforeseen circumstances, so I will be joined by DKZA. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing, Majesty? I mean, we've been watching all the action unfold. The teams, as we've been talking a little bit, off camera, the teams really stepping up their performances, keeping it very tight, very contentious. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here today on day number 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a action-packed, just fun-filled night. It was great yesterday and the last few nights, so looking for the same again. And I must say, your camera is amazing. It's so clear and focused. That's a really good bit of kit there. I'm actually get some details after the games tonight.
It's the African sun. It does this. I mean, it's all an illusion, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. But yeah, quite excited to see what our respective teams are going to be doing. Of course, it's going to be the usual thing, right? Group A, B, C, D, and E.
Yep, I'll just run through some of these tunes for everybody watching the stream and for yourself in case you're not familiar with all of these logos. Group A, there we have Far Voice Gaming, Rook Eternal, Game Lord Sirens, and Gamibasi Esports. Group B is Blacklight, Armed Family, Vias Team, and the Humble Dolls. Group C, there we have Livion Eternity, Dagestan 77 Dreamcore, Fate Esports, and Besiktas Esports. Group D is comprised of ARG Angels, Bonfire Female Esports, Team 812, and the Gangster Girls. And our final group is Group E, which is Infinite Respect Esports, Virtual Gaming Squad, and KYS Inferno. So looking forward to seeing all of these teams on our final night. There we are in phase 2. If you're just joining us, this is the last night of phase 2, which does mean we will see the top 10 qualify to those finals starting on the 6th of March with that giant prize pool, $4,000 and 200,000 UC.
Wow. I mean, well, I like that. That's a decent day, right? That's a decent day at the office. A pretty great payout coming through, and I can see why it's being so contentious on those leaderboards, right? Because they play for the UC. That's what they want, right? They want to try and push and get a few of those, X suits, get a few of the extra additional skins, and maybe open a few crates.
Yeah, every little bit of UC definitely helps. And with that introduction of the prize dollars as well, we didn't have that in season 1, so we are stepping it up in season 2 and giving it away. Can't even. Do you know what? It's only been about a few minutes and I already can't even speak. This is how it's going to go for me for the rest of the night. DK here will get used to me not being able to speak English. It's not my first language. Of course, I'm lying. And there is our matches for tonight. Same as usual. Erangel, Miramar, Sanhok, Erangel, and then Miramar to finish off our night once again.
Yeah, nice little bit of a sandwich coming through here. Of course, that part about English not being your mother tongue. That's my excuse, right? I can use that. I also sometimes run out of a bit of English, but it's okay. Together, teamwork will make the dream work. And I'm curious to see how much of that we are going to be looking at cross in towards that battlefield. As we know, the teams have been keeping it, pretty damn challenging. We've seen so many ups and downs coming through. Teams coming out of, well, essentially what seems to be nowhere, just rising to the occasion. And I mean, one team for me that really stood out was a team like KYS Inferno, who brought in those 64 points in their performances yesterday.
Yeah, they really shot out of nowhere from with those 2 wins, just phenomenal and even good placements in the other games as well. So another team to watch, is KYS Inferno. There, obviously, phase 1 struggled a little bit, but then phase 2 really bringing it back and showing us what they want to bring to this tournament.
Well, it looks like it's going to be quite a bit of action, but I've been going through the performances that we've been seeing over the past few days, and also looking back at that first week. I got to say, there's quite a few teams that I'm quite impressed with. Right, KYS Inferno obviously being one of them. We're not going to talk about Dagestan just yet, as we know what the situation is there. Right, they are just goating it out all over the place, and I got to say that is actually quite surprising to see such a drastic lead being put in between that first and second place. But then, of course, other teams that are really, I think, worth mentioning here that I've been pretty surprised by looking at their performances, comparing that first week into the second week, is a team like the Vias team as well. They've also drastically stepped up their performances. We know yesterday wasn't their hottest day, but hopefully that could change it up a little bit more today as we go through all the action. And you can also add in the players then from Respect Esports as well, right? Very similar kind of thing that we had for them based on their first week's performance. And so far, the second week, it really looks like we see things being dialed in ever so much more.
Yeah, it's going to be one interesting night, that's for sure. But before we do get into our first game Erangel tonight, just a quick mention for our amazing sponsors enabling us to have this tournament. Catchy shop there. If you haven't seen the link on the bottom of the screen or in the description, go ahead and look for that. They are a trusted platform for topping up your gaming account. So if you need any UC for your PUBG mobile account, you can go ahead to Catchy shop. They are cheaper, faster, and very safe over there. So great deals are guaranteed. So Catchy shop is the place to be if you need some of that extra UC.
I might as well get some right now myself, right? I'm always in need of some UC. Always chasing those skins, especially those X suits. I mean, there's always some really phenomenal things coming out in PUBG itself. So yeah, I can kind of see how Catchy Shop is really, cashing in on this. But a great opportunity. And of course, a big thank you, as you've said already, going out to them for making this event a possibility. And all we got to do now is kind of, figure out who's going to be the first team to step it up as we move a little bit closer onto our first game, right? You said it's going to be Erangel, so I'm expecting quite a bit to come through on the bread and butter of PUBG.
Yeah, so I'll just go through who we will miss in our first game. It will be Group D, which is ARG Angels, Bonfire, Team 812, and Gangster Girls. So they'll be resting. So shall we get into some predictions for first game? Me and Neptura haven't had a single correct prediction in the last 2 days. It has been so unpredictable. But you can take Neptura's place and take her points. So she's in the lead by 2-1. And I will give you the first prediction. I'll let you take your pick first.
Well, no pressure coming in though. I also really like that flight path, and it is pointing directly at Besiktas. So I'll probably say it's going to be Besiktas to take it. It's because the flight path is pointing in that direction.
That's a good reason to pick Besiktas, and not a bad prediction at all. So game one, always the hardest as well. You don't know how the girls are feeling just yet. So I might take my first prediction to Rook Eternal. I'm going to go with them. They have been pushed down slightly into that bottom 10. But I expect them, they had a few good games yesterday, and try and make a comeback and push back in.
Well, I mean, all we got to do is wait and see what that is going to be bringing in. As I think this flight path is definitely going to allow quite a bit of accessibility, as we can see already the teams dispersing quite exceptionally across the available playable area. But I think
I don't know. Oh, he's back. I thought we lost you for a second there. I'm not sure what happened, but he is back, it sounds like. Are you still with us, DK?
Yeah. Sorry, a giraffe ran over the fence. And then
that must be very, very nice. I wish that would happen to me, and I could use that excuse. That's a nice one to have, I think. A giraffe.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case. That's not even close to true. But, I mean, sure, let's just go with it. Pretty much as we can see here with the Humble Dolls also. Now, just going about their business, hopping in some vehicles, getting themselves ready, and, of course, loaded up. I think this is where things are at quite a crucial point, right? This first kind of load up that you get in the beginning, I think that kind of builds up a bit of a potential play for you moving forward into, that stage 2, stage 3 kind of flow.
Yeah, we've seen a few teams, previous games, kind of landing, separated from their team, middle of nowhere, with another team, not able to get any loot at all, and then it's just a very quick elimination from the game, and it's unfortunate. So yeah, that initial landing is important there, as Sophia just gonna join her teammate there.
Well, let's see where they go. We haven't really seen much altercations coming in. It does seem like the teams have pretty much respected the available space and got themselves kind of established for now. I mean, Meow doing what cats do, jumping off roofs, flying all over the place, trying to get into the action, and maybe trying to grab a bit of a vehicle here. Not quite sure where they're going to go. Yep, there we go. Hop straight into the Dacia. Just moves it out. I like that style. Right, just kind of keeps us guessing. It's like, you know what, I'm going to go for the vehicle. Maybe not. Let's just move it up a little bit further forward.
Yeah, we do like so unpredictable, these girls, in regards to wins, in regards to how they're playing, teasing us sometimes in the games. Always a bit of fun for us to watch though, and for everybody watching the stream too. And don't forget to show your support for your teams, for your girls, for your friends. Even just pick a team to support. It's been fantastic support for this tournament so far on that YouTube chat. So keep it going, and yeah, if you've got any predictions as well, do drop them in chat too.
Yeah, hit us up. So, yes, I think it is Jemmy Bussy, right?
I say Gemi Bassi, but no one ever corrects us. There is a few names where we do try and ask if anyone would like to confirm how to pronounce these names, but we mustn't be doing too bad because nobody's really picked on us yet and said, no, that's terrible pronunciation. So it must be all right. Yeah, either way, it's not too far off. But yeah, Gemi Bassi, but either or.
100%. I do gotta say I like their logo. Let's just see whether or not they are gonna be, you know, steering the course.
I don't know if it's my on my end or DK's end, but yeah, I think we lose him a little bit sometimes. Maybe he might just need to refresh his mic. If might be me. So if anyone wants to confirm as well, I will check with production or not. But hopefully we get him back very soon, as we just see Vias team girls there looting up, and virtual gaming in a little bit of trouble here because one player down. It is the dolls there. Megumi with first blood, getting this knock on Meow. Meow will quickly be eliminated from this first game. And I don't think DK is quite still with us yet. So unfortunately, everybody, you're just stuck with me for now. But if you just saw that UC code pop up, there you go. Head on over real quick to the PUBG Mobile official website, the Redemption Center. Pop all of your details in and that UC code and get yourself some free UC. And if you miss out and you do require some UC for your account, don't forget you can use Kachi Shop for some great deals on your game top-ups. Black light here. Excuse me, my throat sounds like it's about to go already. It's been a very long week.
We'll just say it's lagging a little bit, right? That's all, you know, just the latency that's not where.
I don't know. I think we're having some issues there, but we'll carry on. Rook there and Blacklight. Danaz just being eliminated. By Rook Eternal, getting their first point of the night, and the rest of the girls there just deciding to pull off. First look for us at Game Lord Sirens, who of course came back from that bottom 10 just the other night, put out some good performances and have pushed themselves right up into third place. So coming up there with those good points, same as KOIS really, and yeah, we'll just wait for this zone to move in, see where we're going to head to. Game Lord just want to have a little stop off there at the petrol station, I guess. And we shall wait where everyone's going to be headed to. Here we have the dolls there driving past. I believe that is the color of fate. It is, because Sarah has gone down to Kiki. Kiki rejoining us here tonight. Sarah in trouble there of being eliminated. Her teammates just pulling away. So not going to come back for Sarah, but Sophia going down to the dolls there. And KYS Inferno have found Game Lord Sirens. Another early fight over this side of our zone as well. There you can see Yatem trying to get that buggy and knocked down there by Kowalski, one of our MVPs of last night. Ellie has gone to her teammate though for the revive, and Kowalski trying to get the second play. I think she is down. Ellie's still up. It's Yatem just being eliminated there, sorry, as Aqua goes down. And I think the dolls there, back and forth retaliation there from Fate Esports, 1-1. So just a 1v1 here between Reds. No, she's got Sophia picked back up and she's going to go for her teammate. Sorry, I'm just confirming what's happening with DK. So if I just pause for a second, I'm just trying to gauge what's going to happen with our game. Hi in the chat, I can see you guys too. And now my dog wants to be involved. Sorry guys. I could normally mute the mic when there's when Neptura is here, but with me being on my own, I have to try and manage this at the same time. Neptura does sound a bit different today. We do have DKZA joining us instead. Neptura having problems with her internet. Sorry guys, my dog is a little bit excited right now because we are back with Fate and the dolls. 2 up now for Fate Esports. We did manage to get 1 player up. Sarah goes back down to Sophia. So Illy now just left there to play on for her team, but she has been spotted. She is getting tagged up. Can her driving pull her away here to safety? Looked like she has managed to get away for now. Zone closing in there, 7 seconds. I think they're just trying to resolve the issue with DK. Hopefully he will be joining us soon. And my dog hopefully has relaxed herself as well. She just got a little bit excited there, a little bit of early action for us. And our team's there now, Fate playing on as a solo. Kowalski there with that 1 point for KYS on to Game Lord U10 we saw getting taken out earlier, and 24 now, and the rest of the team just waiting. Stage 2 is upon us. Vias team, back with the Vias team girls there. Far Voice in the distance as well. We haven't had a chance to look at them just yet, and just ignore that table. It's just caught up now. You can see now those players have been eliminated or revived, and it is caught up to date as Far Voice driving past the Vias team girls here, looking for a spot to call home in this zone. If we get a chance to see that zone, see what everybody's up to. And it is 24. KYS, their Inferno, finding another team on fire already so far, going for these eliminations. Very aggressive virtual gaming squad. It is unfortunately Hazel who will be eliminated there, but I think Vias there getting that elimination on to virtual gaming there, because KOS's point of view as well. So Vias with virtual gaming squad not having a great start to the final night. and hopefully see them make a little bit of a comeback, as is Infinite and Respect next in our kill feed. What is going on with those guys? But still here with KOS Inferno at the moment. There we go. We're switching to Infinite real quick. Nice, easy pickup there for Dodina. We are over around Mansion area, I believe, as we see Respect towards that area. Infinite happy just to stick here for now. And 30 seconds till we head for next zone. Where will it take us? No team eliminated just yet. All 16 teams still with us. Have had a few losses though, as you can see, 54 players, but not one team has been eliminated yet. Unfortunately, we do have a couple of solos. We've got to play the rest of this game as long as they can on their own. Try and pick up any point that they can make. Of course, you have to be in the top 8 now to get any placement points, so it's still got to wait for half of these teams to be eliminated. As we have a look at Rook Sonder with that one elimination. This was my prediction for the first game. You can see them down there on that scoreboard at the moment in 11th, but I believe yes, because Group D, who are missing from this game, are around kind of where Rook are placed too, so they're still chasing that top 10 as Ellie there eliminates the Fate Esports solo, and that will be the first team out in game 1, managing to last into stage 2, nearly at stage 3, and it will be an elimination point for Game Lord Sirens. Heading on over to, are we at Yaznaya with Besiktas Esports? This, of course, is my, I don't know what to call him. I can't say companion. That's not the right English, is it? My co-host's prediction, I think he might be back. So he's back just in time to see his pick of this game. Just making their home in Yaznaya, checking the area, make sure if we've got anybody moving in on us. Are we back, DK? Are you back with us?
I hope so. I hope so.
Yay!
I mean, I want to see Besiktas, pull off a bit of a play. There might be a few gremlins still running about, but we'll figure that out as we go on forward. But I gotta say, this is a very interesting position being held here by Besiktas. They've just kind of taken a bit of an angle here, but they are, of course, facing off against none other than Dagestan. So if you want to talk about a challenge, that is exactly what they have on their hands here.
Yeah, heading over there with that zone closing in as well. And nice to have you back with us. I thought it kept dipping out a little bit, and then you disappeared. So I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to talk a lot during this game, but it's nice to have you back. And there we go, our first look at our zone. We're headed over to Rozhok. We kind of had this zone yesterday as well, similar over Rozhok. Ended up in the water town on that western side. But yeah, how do you feel about this zone right now?
I think it's going to be a very interesting one, especially pulling in towards that Rozhok region. I mean, it's always so satisfying seeing the teams kind of squirming for an angle, squirming for a little bit of that hard coverage. And that's what we're going to have by the bucket loads, as there are still 14 teams now looking to secure themselves a decent position. And of course, as we know, the Virtual Gaming Squad being one of our first teams getting sent on their merry way. You were talking about Rook before. I mean, their numbers still so far looking pretty decent. I mean, their health bars also not too bad to look at.
Yep, all 4 up, 2 eliminations so far. Respect here, just making their way in. Got to be careful now. There's a lot of teams coming through that eastern side, and you can see them just passing a few teams. Game Lord there, Vias traveling with them as well in the same direction towards Rozhok, and Seren there, and Talin quickly behind her, just managing to evade a couple of warning shots, I think, heading their way.
Like I say, I'm curious to see what Respect is going to be doing with this current opportunity. We do see them pulling up in towards school. As we know, of course, they've already stepped up an absolutely phenomenal day 1. I want to see how day 5 is going to turn out for them, and if there's going to be an opportunity for even more of an improvement.
Yeah, but a lot of these teams, we kind of had the opposite. Some of the teams who had a great first day or two have started to slip down, and those teams who were rather on the bottom, 5 to 10 teams, have stepped it up and come blazing through with a couple of games. So yeah, a bit back and forth with some of the consistencies, but definitely a few teams there as well that have been consistent every single day. Just need to get that little bit extra to get a few more chicken dinners under their belt, I think.
Well, let's see where it goes. Now, of course, Besiktas just trying to patch themselves up, situated on that eastern side of zone. I mean, things are really starting.
I think we might be losing him again. He might come dip in and out. He did come back just a second ago, but we'll find out what he was trying to say when he reconnects with us. And Besiktas here moving into one of my favorite compounds. I do like this area, and you can see their solo player just on that edge of the zone. That is the compound that I like. Maybe this zone they'll have to move in a little bit more because it is on the edge. You can see that zone is going to come in shortly, and we'll see where we are headed. There is our timer, 6 seconds for that zone to move in. See where we're going to head right now as it comes in. Where are we headed? It is away from school, so we're not in school. We're going to go over in the open to the Dolls and Gamibasi real quick though, because they are already in the zone. Megumi doesn't manage to get prone quick enough, and Purple takes her down though, and I think I can hear DK in the background. He might be back with us.
Oh, let's see whether or not Kiki is going to be able to get that hit in. I mean, Purple just utilizing the heck out of that fuel station. But up comes Milena, just pushing that button, putting an end to any of those, any further sprays. But now the pressure is on because, I mean, the Humble Dolls, they really need to try and find a way to bounce back from this blow that they've now suffered.
Yeah, it's going to get real chaotic real soon. Now into stage 4, that zone is looking pretty small, but we still have 14 teams, so only 2 teams have gone out. A lot of casualties though. We have lost players from a couple of teams. Honey has gone down there to Dizzy, so Arm Family and Livion, look out for them. But look at this cluster on the south side of this zone, just beneath Rothhawk there. A lot of teams moving into the town. Bias here pushing on to Infinite. What can Reno do here? She's got that. She got the mini out actually. Oh, close. Never seen this before. Can she do it? No, she can't. She will go down there to Chloe in the end. Here comes her teammates. Oh, Reem's got a nice MG there. That will be much more handy than that mini was, I'm sure. And Gala there just covering. So they have 4 eliminations so far though, Via's team. Vendetta still looking for those knocked players of Infinite, and Blacklight and Game Lord featuring in that kill feed too. Give it a second. Oh, the nade comes flying in. I think Livion actually might have Gala there confirms Leah and Dodina, and I think Livion did a little bit of sneaky in there as well. I think they got a knock, but I'm not sure if Vias might have pinched it from them. There you can see Reem trying to get sights onto Livion there. So zone is over in Roshawk at the moment. Whether it shifts to the north, we're going to go to the open, the other side of the river. We shall have to find out shortly. They've still got a few seconds before that zone moves in to make their mark. All right, there we go. 3 seconds for this zone. We shall find out where everybody's going to rotate in. Who's going to get there first? Dagestan, though. I almost forgot Dagestan. We're in this game. Very quiet, but they are there on that western side of zone, trying to run in now. And Arm Family Dizzy has got eyes on, trying to tag a Rose here. Can she get this knock? She should, but she has to go for the reload. and Rose may just have managed to get behind that dip for cover, and she will have a chance to heal herself up, but Dizzy will not give this up, I'm sure of it. And Rose is going to get tagged up once again, and she goes down again just in time. Dizzy is not having the luck here with Dagestan, and don't forget Arm Family, as you can see on that mini-map, are not in the zone either. We have Game Lord Ellie. She's a solo there. She's going to go with that nade into the water, and it knocks Logica. Manages to get that nade right placed into the water. Rook Eternal, other player, is trying to swim across, and I think we'll lose Logica there. But what a great placed nade in the water. I would never have thought of that, thinking about throwing the nade in the water anyway. But teammate, I think she's managed to swim across, and her teammate is going to get this revive behind the shelter of the base of the bridge, and Ellie can just keep going with those nades. Majesty's dog wanted to narrate. She sure did. She gets a little bit like that sometimes. She's a husky dog, so she's very vocal, so I do apologize. As we switch over with KYS real quick, we were going to go to Blacklight, we're going to go to KYS though, following on from their real good day yesterday. Yeah, like you saw, 2 wins from them yesterday, and looking to continue that on to today as Rose of Dagestan takes down Sophia of Dulce. I just want to point out, we still have all 14 teams in. No, we don't. We just lose one. Just as I said it, the caster curse has hit me. And who have we lost? Is it Vias? No, it was Gamibasi. Vias do go down in the kill feed, but it was Gamibasi that we have just lost there in 14th place. That table there just catching up. So we have 31 players left in stage 5. Look at the size of this zone right now, and Besiktas Fiera pushing in onto Respect. Sprays out there and will eliminate Respect, I believe. No, it's the Dolls. Where is Respect on here? They still have a solo left up. It's not Respect out just yet. Seren is still down there. We did lose the Dolls though, and who is following quickly behind? So we quickly just jumped down to 9 teams. As quickly as I said, we had 14 teams left. We're down to 9. Game Lord eliminated. Livion quickly behind them, and we're now with 8. DK, are you here? No, he's not. I heard him for a second. He must have gone as quick. Oh, as quick as he nearly came back, he's gone again. And Rook Eternal get eliminated. So that is my prediction out of this game. Seren getting tagged up there by Zeros of Besiktas, and Besiktas looking strong. 6 eliminations there as Yildiz just takes out Simba of Infinite. So Besiktas eliminating them there in 8th place, and I must say the prediction by DK, I mean, his prediction did come from the flight path with the arrow pointing towards them, but it couldn't have picked a good strong team there in Besiktas. And they also have this zone, I must note, but KYS are going to quickly push behind them, and they might take this little bit of height advantage from them. And there we go, 7 seconds till zone is in. Top 6 now. Let me just catch a breath real quick, because for the first time I've got to do this whole game on my own, so I don't have a second to take a breath as a Vias team go out. And what has happened? We've only got 2 teams left. It's Besiktas against KYS Inferno. What has just happened? I must have blinked and we lost a few teams there, showing that you can see in the kill feed is just catching up Far Voice Gaming. But what is going on? How quick did this happen? Fieva's nade lands on Kowalski. Yildiz is down for Besiktas though, and it is Besiktas against KYS Inferno. That nade taking out 2-4 as well, I believe. 2-4 just confirmed there, but Delicia, now here we are for KYS Inferno, will go out to Besiktas, and it is Besiktas Esports' first game win. And I cannot believe it. That is a point going to Neptura. The prediction Well, the flight path helping that prediction there for DK. That means Besiktas do win. It was fate there. There we go. First game goes to Besiktas. So Besiktas making their moves. They were a one to watch. There they go. Great team effort. 12 eliminations, 22 total points for the girls there. Sorry, I just got to take some water on board because I am thirsty after that one. But what a performance. We literally, I must have missed it because I blinked and we were away with the last two teams. There were so many teams there left in that stage 5. I mentioned 31 players in stage 5 and that zone was tiny. But Besiktas, they were already in the zone. They held it and they take the win. They fend off KYS, pushing up behind them, well, on top of them, really. And a great 22 total points, 12 for KYS. So KYS still following on from their performance yesterday. So do Vias. The Vias team also with 12 points, 9 eliminations. So not too far away from our winners there. And a good 9 solid points for Armed Family as well. Far Voice Gaming will appreciate those 7 points, just reaching that top 10 yesterday. Struggled a little bit in the first couple of days, but there they are, 7 points for their first game. And let's have a little look down these points. Just the 3 teams there not managing to reach any points in our first game. Most eliminations. Let's have a look. We have Vias Gala there though with those 5. And of course, our winners there featuring in second, third, and fourth. Yildiz with 4, Athena with 3, and Fieva with 3 as well. And Respect Seren with 3, coming in 5th place MVP there. So nice teamwork from Besiktas, splitting up those eliminations, kills for all the girls there. Ellie in the chat there, don't watch me nading myself. I think we might have missed Ellie nading herself, so she's lucky there, unless I missed it. There's a lot of action happening very quickly during that game. We did see her good nade, though, into the water to knock Rook. There is our first eliminations and damage graph of the night. And of course, expected, there is Besiktas, 2,500 damage with those 12 eliminations. And Vias, pinching, maybe doing a little bit of pinching, I thought, in Rozhok, getting a few more kills than their respected damage. And the opposite for the Armed Family. But everybody got a little bit of damage on board there. Nobody had 0. So every team had a part to play. And those teams there, even Virtual Gaming Squad, a little bit of damage. Same as Fate. They did have solos for a long time, but didn't go out without a fight. See where we're off to with our overall standings. There we go, after game 1. So this is our last games of phase 2, guys. So they only have, well, there's 4 more games to come, but of course they only play 4 each because we do lose a group each game for a rest. So they only have a total of 4 games each to play. Here is our results after game 1, and Dagestan just still maybe a little bit low points for them. I thought maybe they might push those 300 points, but they're going to have to try and bring it back if they want to, because they need to get 70 points in their next 3 games. Doable for them. We've seen them do it before. But let's have a look at Besiktas, who skyrocket there into second, overtaking KYS. But KYS still not too far behind. Let's have a look, though, at our top 10. Far Voice Gaming edging themselves into 8th place there. And Rook will now be 10 points behind Blacklight. So 10 points in it, and Bonfire actually with the same amount of points as Rook. So we will see that race for those qualifying spots throughout the night. 8-12, not too far behind them either. So one good game can see a total different outcome of these overall standings. All right, so we've seen game one. Next game we'll be going to Miramar. But before we get on over there to our desert, we're going to take a quick break and we will be back shortly.
Time go, lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make
Welcome back from the break. Hello, it is I.
Who is this? It's like we've had a magic trick, and
It is, yeah.
Neptura has appeared. I've lost DKZA,
Yeah.
and Neptura's here now.
Hi. Puff of smoke. Have a little puff of smoke come up. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for DK for filling in there. It was touch and go for a little bit, but I am here. We're good to go. So we are good to go here for our second game. And I did just catch a little bit of it saying that Besiktas won that first match, Majesty?
Besiktas did win, but KYS were right there with them.
Oh, yeah.
It was very quick end game, and I couldn't even catch a breath hardly. But it was DK's prediction. He went with the flight path arrow, and it was pointing at Besiktas. So I guess you get a point, which means, well, we still didn't even predict it. So really, we still haven't predicted one correct in a few days. But you
Good
do
on
get
DK,
that point as representative. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thanks. That means he gets to keep that one. So we're back here for Miramar. So this is the first game coming in here tonight. Your second one, obviously. We're going to be seeing who's doing what. Ooh, as we get into it, let's go. So we got to get our predictions in, Majesty. Who are we going with?
Yeah, we're missing Group C, so no Dagestan, no Besiktas, no Fate, and no Livion. So
Gotcha.
I am actually going to predict Game Lord Sirens for Miramar.
Alrighty, I like it. I'm just trying to catch up here ever so slightly. So yeah, we are losing Group C. You know what? I want to go with KYS on this one.
Do you know what? I was gonna predict them too, but I'm saving that prediction for later on. So we kind of have similar minds.
Nice.
I'm trying to pick a different team every game. So KYS is a very good shout. You know, they came second in the first game, and just following on from their fantastic performance over from yesterday as well.
Looking really, really good then. Oh, interesting flight path though coming in here way down to the south. Not something we are used to seeing really. Game are going to be taking advantage of that Velda, which is nice. Then quiet as well. Not many teams going to be in their way unless Gangster Girls decide to make themselves known. But I kind of had a feeling it was going to go north, and it does. Oof, that's going to be a tough one. It's going to make things very interesting for us here at home.
Yeah, that's a good one. I actually like it, and if I should have gone with DK's method of his predictions and followed the arrow, and so we should have picked Gangster Girls, and if they want to win it now, we're going to be kicking ourselves for that point. But that zone looks pretty tasty actually for Miramar. I like it. It means they're going to have to do a lot of driving, and here's Far Voice Gaming doing their bit first.
Yes, indeed. Now, how were Far Voice Gaming looking in the last Erangel coming up here? Because I think a lot of people are kind of waiting for them to really make a big comeback for this evening, and is that kind of the mentality you're seeing from them so far?
We didn't get to spectate them too much. I believe they took 7 points from that game. So they moved up into 8th place overall. So they did move up in that leaderboard. So just adding those points on, trying to keep away from the opposition chasing them. So there's a 10-point gap now between 10 and 11th, but easily closable. But Far Voice just kind of, we saw them like yesterday. Be consistent enough to move up into the top 10, and now they're carrying that on. Still waiting for a win from them though. I'm still waiting for a win for Far Voice.
Absolutely.
They definitely deserve it, need it. Just waiting for that final final bit to come together for them to get the win in the end.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We're all rooting for them in one way or another, even us up here who are unbiased, we just present. We are completely neutral on these teams, but when you have a team like this who did so well in phase 2 and then seemed to kind of struggle just a little bit in phase 1 rather than struggle a little bit in phase 2, you do want to see them bring it back. for themselves, for their fans, for everybody involved. So looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing in this final 4 matches, because of course we have only 4 left. But it is going to be Infinite and Armed Family in Impala. Now this is a new one for Armed Family, I believe, because Infinite don't generally go here. So this is going to be an interesting little hot drop.
Yeah, nice to see an Impala hot drop though. We've talked about Impala before. I do like it. I feel like the only issue for me with Impala is vehicles. Never really, well, for me, I'm probably not looking in the right places, but it can be quite a tricky one to get out of Impala. So I think we'll have to see one team be eliminated. I don't think both teams will be able to move away out of Impala separately. So we'll probably lose a team here, and Simba there feeling the pressure first. You can see Taya just jumping down all Alina's teammates there, pushing in, but she's doing well though. Taya takes a lot of damage there. And Freeps on that mountainside. We spoke about that mountainside of Impala as well for those good angles. And Freeps is going to be up there supporting her teammates, as Dodina will go down to Alina. Alina there with that Overwatch as well. So 2 right in the mix and 2 kind of just supporting there.
Yes, indeedy. But that first initial knock onto Freeps, though. Nice return there by Infinite to stop that flank coming in, because that could have been disastrous for them. So GG's to Infinite, but now we got Taya coming in the mix. She's tough.
Yeah, and Taya is very, very low. One little nudge from anybody and Taya will go down. Dizzy there has no meds either. I wonder if Taya doesn't look like Taya's got a med kit, so she's going to have to probably rely on some bandages too. But yeah, the trio of Infinite, it's not all one way. It's a little bit back and forth. And I don't think Taya has any meds at all.
No,
so she's just got to rely on time to heal her. But unfortunately for Simba, she has no nades or Molotovs either, so nothing to even throw at them. And she knows that they're there behind the wall, but she has got no way of getting anything across to them. So just got to try and communicate. Game Lord there, you can see in the kill feed taking out Nada of Gemi Bassi. So Game Lord and Gemi Bassi elsewhere in this zone, but Impala 1,200 meters away from the first zone. Still a few minutes to play though.
Yeah, not too much pressure in terms of where the zone's going just yet, but is that actually armed? Taya has found a few bandages, I think, so she's a quarter health now, which means she's not going to get knocked when she trips on something, so that's always good. Dodina has gone down for Infinite, so we're looking at a 3v3, because we lost her up on those ridges and she has gone down, but that could be a really nice angle. Oh, just misses out there on a clean shot. So Taya gonna be okay for now. She's just gonna be chilling. And this is, again, a little bit of a standoff going on here. Arm Family gonna have to be very, very, because if you look at that there, you're seeing Infinite just kind of creep in on these stairs. They've got a little bit of a surround on them, looking really good. They just quietly push themselves closer and closer, grabbing those angles. Our family haven't really been able to do much about it because of their low health and everything going on there. Alina should have some sights on this, but they're also gonna have to be careful, because who's that in the background? I just saw Virtual Gaming Squad pop up there for a second, so I don't know if they're coming in to see what's going on as well.
I mean, I would be surprised if they turned around this far outside of the zone coming as well.
True.
But you never know. But here comes that blue. You can see it now encroaching on them. And yeah, it looked like Arm Family kind of had the best position to start this fight. And they looked like they're in the better position. But then, you know, it turned around a little bit, and Infinite have actually worked it pretty well. But Simba is not looking pretty well up on that rooftop. Alina with clear view of her there. She manages to dip down before she gets knocked. But Taya is going to struggle here if she doesn't find a med. Hopefully a teammate. Dizzy doesn't have anything either. So are they going to make the decision now to just take that car and go, because that blue zone's here? It won't eat them so quickly now. It's the first zone, but you have nothing at all to heal with. So not even bandages to keep you going or anything. So I wonder if they'll make the decision now just to fall back, head to zone, and try and loot somewhere.
I think it was going to be really risky if Infinite had decided to stay in place. You would have definitely lost at least one, I think, in that rotation out. But Infinite have actually moved out themselves. They've been the one to initiate that disengagement there, so I think they're all good to go. Except we did see in that kill feed that Simba did go down to Armed Family as we go back over there. So not quite done yet, but it looks like they're about to be. So Simba does get taken back up, and they're all good to go. So it's just kind of like a final parting shot. Just like this code you see there, 600 UC, going to one lucky person in chat right this second. So go ahead and grab that while you can on the official webpage of, or website rather, for PUBG Mobile. On the page, go ahead and grab that. Virtual Gaming, though, they are in their own fight with respect, but no longer respect being the first team to be taken out here tonight.
Yep, and it's another fight in the blue zone. Miramar. These teams love
Always.
Miramar for fighting in the blue. I don't know what it is, what entices them, but they enjoy it, and I'm sure we'll keep seeing that through till stage 3 even. We've seen it going into stage 4. But there you can see Game Lord just trying to pull into that warehouse, but Yatem getting caught out by Cara Amelia of Far Voice Gaming and her teammates there. A little bit far out, haven't worked their way in yet, and Diavla maybe has a good little spot here to overlook her teammates going in for that revive.
Yes, indeedy. Just trying to get that revive. That looks good so far. I don't think Far Voice are going to be able to really, push that at all, really. I mean, Lisa and, Diavla looking very low there. But they have some really good Overwatch angles on them, so I don't think Far Voice actually can do all that much about it. But shout out to, was that Sonder of Rook? Running herself over with the vehicle, so GG's there. Just saw that in the kill feed, but it is going to be Humble and Vias going head to head now.
Yep, you can see there another battle outside zone. That nade coming in from Gala takes out Reds. Sophia still down. Kiki's thinking, jumping in my buggy, trying to get away. Can't negotiate the terrain quick enough. Gets taken out of her buggy, and Sophia now left in this compound. Looks like teammate Megumi is dipping from this one, maybe going for the safety, leaving Sophia there, but no, she's going to get taken out of her vehicle as well by Gala. So it's only Sophia left now. Can she navigate her way around this? She's going to go towards the blue, try and go for a long flank around to avoid the other team there, and I think it's working for her so far. She's looking pretty safe, but again, another player with no meds, so if she does another crash like that and hurts herself, it could be game over there in the blue zone.
Yay! What was that? That was I don't know what happened there. That was like a little glimpse of somewhere. Not sure that was going down there, but yeah, Megumi does taken out there by Vias. So Vias up a couple of points now, still rocking that third place position, just 3 points behind Game Lord in the current standings. But going back to Humble Dolls, I mean, Sophia, remember the big Erangel game, I think it was, where it was Miramar. It was the Miramar, where she came in and just wiped everybody for the win as a solo. So Sophia being the last one up for the Dolls is not the end of the world for them. We've seen her do it before. Can she do it again in this one, though?
Yeah, she sure knows how to survive on her own, so I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go, and still 54 players up. So we've only seen one team eliminated, but quite a few players from different teams have gone out. With obviously, with 10 players down from a full lobby. So quite a few people eliminated, but only that one full team. So still everything to play for here, and Sophia will, I'm sure, do a good job on her own as Simba goes out to that play zone. So already play zone eliminations coming in.
Yeah, I think Infinite are really struggling without any meds. Leah going down there at now as well. For Simba, that was the third time her going down to the play zone in this game. I saw her end up Oh, Humble getting taken out there as well, though. So Sophia is no longer. That's really unfortunate. So they're going to be going out in 15th place. But yeah, Infinite. Not sure what's going on with them. I think they, and perhaps that was Arm Family's kind of point in making that knock, was just making sure they got a head start, but also making sure that they got really damaged to that play zone, that they have to stay there. They knew they didn't have any meds, and that they just had to make sure that they struggled through the zone by getting that knock. So if that was the plan for Arm Family, very big brain, and it's definitely paying off, because at the moment, I think Simba is gone, and we just have 2 up for Infinite right now.
Yeah, I got a bit nervous for Ellie there of Game Lord, because she was very far away from her teammates with Nads right on top of her, but someone has spotted Nads up there though, so that information has gone out, and her teammates come and join her as Yatem knocks Myrna of Gangster Girls. So Gangster Girls, you can see in the distance across the other mountain. You know, there's always a bigger mountain than the mountain that you're sat on in Miramar, and you can see the 2 teams there just having that high top battle up there as KYS. First look at KYS in this game up with Rook here. So are Vias. So Vias eliminating Rook players as well, leaving just a solo here. Inu 6. Inu 6, I'm going to go with it. She is up on her own. I think Vias are reviving. She could have had a chance there to eliminate 2 players. A little bit slow with that one. Didn't realise. Now she's going to have to do a 2v1 if she wants to keep her team in the game, but she can't, and it is Reno from the back to eliminate Rook.
Yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity there, and she paid the ultimate price there, unfortunately, for Rook. But they're looking too bad. They're currently tied for 10th, rather, but as long as 8-12 don't do drastically well, they're not really going to be too much from that early elimination, that early send back to the lobby. It's quite time to panic yet, but it's touch and go there for a little bit. We only have 3 matches after this, but that nade is actually very good indeed.
Yep, landing on everyone, getting taken out there, and another fight on the edge of this blue zone. You know, we love it. It keeps happening. They don't learn. Getting caught out for too long here. Gemi Bassi. Melina going down. Gangster Girls actually coming in here for some of these knocks. So where are the Gangster Girls? They must be just on the northern, maybe the eastern side of that mini-map, because they do have eyes on the teams down here. Bonfire actually rotating through this way too. You can see them driving past, not wanting to stop for this though, but maybe if Bonfire did, they could get themselves a few eliminations there, you know, with that height over those 2 teams. But Clara goes out to zone. There you go. Going out to do Jaima has gone. So I think this is going to be ARG Angels eliminated. It is. So they will go out in 13th place here. Now we are looking at Yatem, and not a bad spot in zone here, so they don't have to worry about that blue zone at all. They can just watch those teams racing in, and Yatem actually has some good views up there.
She does. I mean, she really does. And I love the 1-3 split coming in from Game Lord as well. You're seeing on the minimap just that one other player on that edge there, because that's such an important spot. You really don't want anybody to go on to that northern side. She's just making sure she protects it. She keeps it for Game Lord, and she's actually controlling zone for them. So rather than just the one position they have, they actually control all of the north side of zone with that 3-1 split there. So nicely planned from them. Looks like it's working out.
Yeah, you could see from Diablo's point of view there, she's got that different angle on Vias and KYS trying to rotate in. So even if they fall back to protect themselves against the rest of her team, she's got that little flank, that little angle to still be able to see them and yeah, stop them from rotating into their spot. But jumping quickly to 8-12, you see Yatem there eliminates Delicia. So working for them up there to the north of that zone. Zen Taker's nade there as well, so love to see those nades coming through now in this stage. Myrna gonna go down to Zen Taker, just seeing Zen Taker there. But who else we have here? Blacklight is also around this vicinity, but Xena focused on 8-12 right now. So a little cluster here to the south, and 12 teams in though, still 35 players, so it's looking familiar to Erangel. And then in about 1 minute's time, we had the top 2 Neptura. I don't know what happened in Erangel, but I mean, I was watching the whole thing, but I must have blinked and half the lobby was gone.
Oh, insane. Absolutely insane how quick it can go sometimes. And it's like it be somewhat that way again. Well, we got 12 teams right now. Stage 5 about to come in. I think there's about to be a pretty bad fights coming in here. It's going to be so much pressure on these teams. They're away from game. That is horrible for them. They have such a nice spot there, and teams are not going to forgive them for the chaos they've been, you know, the author of. Coming into the stage 5. Far Voice Gaming going to be really cracking down on that northern side. They got such a nice part. Even though it's low ground, it is the zone. So they're looking pretty nice as well. KYS have a better spot. And the southern side is actually not too bad. Gangster Girl is just going to be moving right in. It's really going to be Game Lord and those teams that are trying to come in on the north that are going to have a really hard time.
Yeah, I kind of really like this place in zone for Gangster Girls, to be honest. They do have 8-12 behind them, but there's plenty of, you know, they've got this little bit of cover here, the dip, and even if someone rotated to either side of them, there's enough space there for them to just move away slightly. So nice positioning for Gangster Girls too. Trying to see Gemi Basi right now, and yeah, Game Lord will have to push in between Far Voice Gaming if they want to rotate in straight below them, but they're still focused on keeping Vias from the zone right now, so we'll see how that unfolds. There we go, Reno will go down. Xena Hitch still trying to spray up Gemi Basi, the duo, and Blacklight now going to rotate in as well. Infinite there, you can see, so still 11 teams, so we've still got a lot of teams, no placement points to give out yet still.
No, none at all. They're being very, very thrifty with the points they spend here. Just 11 on the board right now. But again, one of these kinds of zones rather is that everybody's on those edges.
And I think this time we might have lost Neptura. It's not going well for us tonight, is it? So it's just me again until Neptura reconnects. But real quick, they have pushed down. Game Lord did push onto Far Voice there. Hasn't gone well for Yatem, because Yatem went down very quickly to Far Voice. Our family will be eliminated. Amelia going down though to Lisa. Ellie here for support too. Diablo's got nades ready as well. So this is a battle for the zone right now. Diablo going to follow through there with the Molotov. Oreo. Nice. Lisa goes down to Amelia. I think Oreo had a little bit of time there to get away from those mollies and nades. And Lisa there just holding down this side of the compound. It's a 1v1 over there actually with her other teammates. As Ellie goes down to Oreo, Lisa's going for the chase. Can she spot Caramelia coming out of the building? She does. She tags her up, but not enough. Caramelia's got one little bit of health left. And Lisa, Caramelia, is going to be Caramelia that goes down. She will eliminate her, but Lisa will be a solo because Diabla is down. There you can see just outside, away from her. She was the player on her own. It was kind of a 1v1 down there.
Yeah.
Both teams had the same kind of split there, and there you go, Diabla just being fisted there by Oreo.
Tisk, but yeah, that's such a shame for Game Lord. Just the soul in the zone again, going away from her into the open, into the road. So not looking good for her at all, because you got quite a few teams up here on these heights looking down on the lower ground. 8-12 actually continuing to be a really strong force coming into these end games. We've been seeing them yesterday as well. I think they were coming in like full squads into zones 5 and 6. So looking again like they're keeping on that trajectory as we go in to closer to zone as well. As these teams start to come in, they've got a perfect vantage point. They could be in a position of a lot of control here, Majesty.
Yeah, just depending on when
Oh!
they decide to make that move, just taking out Blacklight Nads there. And yeah, the trio, you know, they're outside of zone, but they can eliminate a lot of players before they need to make a move.
Oh,
Still got a good minute or so. They can make a last minute rush, really. You know, with just throw a few smokes up, make your way down if you can. Far Voice
Yep.
Gaming will go out there. Not sure who got those eliminations though, but they did get eliminated there in 7th place. And 8-12 now using the cover of the vehicle. They've decided to push down a little bit earlier than maybe I would have thought they would have,
Yeah.
but still going well. Take down Gucci, but Kumsel there focused on Gangster Girls, who are in a little bit of trouble there too. Bonfire is trying to run out in the open. Can't go that way. Cannot go that way. 8-12 will be watching you. Nilsu goes straight down as well. Xena for Gangster Girls down to KYS. Don't count out KYS coming through there. And through this south zone, KYS there coming right behind 8-12. Could they be in a little bit of trouble now? Here comes KYS.
They could indeed if KYS plays this right, if Aqua plays this right, but she is only a solo, and 8-12 looking pretty good so far. Nice bit of flanking coming around. She's trying to get an angle as they overpeak, trying to get them to overpeak a little bit over onto Bonfire there, trying to move into zone ever so slowly. Lisa has made it somehow, but she does have to deal with Lixa before she can get this spot. The zone goes away from Game Lord again.
Yeah, there's a lot of solos actually left in. There's 3 there, all gathered around the same area, and then a couple of duos. So not even one full squad. So really, it could go anyway now, depending on, you know, who's going to get into that zone. And it looks good for, I think that's the KYS solo down there. As Manifest goes out to Lixa as well. I think she realizes Lisa of Game Lord is just there too. And who's going to run for this car first? It is going to be Lixa going for the car. She's going to go for zone. And Lisa is going to spray her, and Lisa takes her out. So Game Lord there eliminating Gemi Bassi, and she now has that vehicle too if she wishes. She can take that. But we have a 1v1v2, I think. Yeah, Bonfire. Oh, she got views on Bonfire there. I think if she edges a little bit closer, she will be able to see them proning behind the tree. She does. She spots them, and she's going to take out both of those Bonfire players. No,
she didn't.
Goksu managed to get into the buggy, but she knows that she's there. She's going to feel the pressure right now. She's not letting her take that buggy. She's tagged that right up. She's trying to explode it and trying to eliminate Goksu there. Goksu's so very, very lucky down there. The buggy goes up, doesn't quite take enough damage though. Goksu's still alive down there, just hiding in the smoke.
Oh my goodness.
And we now have a 1v1v1 situation, but Lisa is going to have to make a run for it. She's outside of zone, and here it comes. She's looking at the airdrop, maybe want to use that for a bit of cover. She's getting tagged up by, I think, the 8-12 Kitty. And look at this for the final few teams. Goksu takes out Kitty, and Game Lord, she wins it! Just as Goksu takes out Kitty at the same time, Lisa says, "Thank you very much. I can see your head. And I want to win this game." And I finally pull a point back. Yay!
Yes,
Thank you, Game Lord Sirens, with the win.
What a win that was as well. I mean, talk about an underdog situation. I mean, I know they were all kind of solos there, but Game Lord had such a rough game. That zone refused to go their way at all there. Such well played strategies coming in there from Game Lord there. Very, very, very well done indeed. I mean, great job from 8-12 as well. We saw some really good stuff coming in there. They really decided to just control that zone. They had a great position to do so. But then once it came time for them to actually come in, you had Bonfire that were already kind of in zone already that could just look up and spray. But Game Lord coming in clutch there. 9 eliminations for a total of 19 points. I think that's that back in second place.
Yeah, good. 19 points for them. What a final finish there. I thought she might have been in a little bit of trouble because she had to run in. It was you could see it. It was very, very open. She had no choice. The blue zone was right behind her. She had to run in. And I think just fortunate that Goksu focused on Kitty and vice versa. And she was that third player to eliminate Goksu while she was focused on 8-12. So well played there from Game Lord in the end.
Oh, absolutely. Very well played indeed. Bonfire well played as well. 12 points going their way, and 8-12 with 10 points as well. So those are two teams that really, really needed some extra points coming into the final 3 games, and they have done so very, very well indeed. 12 and 10 points going their way. But I'm looking and I'm seeing the most eliminations after Game Lord actually went to Vias here.
Yeah, Vias doing very well recently, haven't they, in the last few days? And I must say, Bonfire and 8-12, with those points, they're edging ever so closer to that 10th place.
Yes.
8-12 making a bit of a comeback yesterday and today so far, because that's 2 good games for them for the first 2 games. So these teams are definitely not letting that top 10 get away from them.
No, absolutely not. And there you go, Lisa, with those 5 eliminations. Fair enough. Gala as well for Vias. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so wait, Gala got 5 eliminations out of the 7 total for the team. So we have some really hard hitters coming in here tonight with Aqua with 4, wait, no, hang on. Majesty, say that for me. I can't wrap my head around it.
I say Zentaka, but
Zentaka, thank you. I knew we've said it before.
Yeah, if she would like to confirm on, I mean, we say it about a lot of these players, but if we do say it wrong, just let us know, because
please let us know.
I'm probably rubbish with pronunciations, but yeah, I say Zentaka.
Same. Yeah, same. That's what I've been saying, but it just, my brain would not compute that for a second. And of course, Yatem there in the number 5 position as well. Interesting graph, very graph actually. Just taking a minute to look at this.
Yeah, up and down, all over the place, really. So very spread out damage eliminations across the board. I think when we don't see the team, the first team or 2 winning with those maybe 16 plus eliminations, we end up having a game full of a variety, and that's what that was. Just a variety. Look at all the different teams putting in the work, damage, eliminations. I mean, it's up and down everywhere. There's not really probably need a little bit more time to look at that one, I think. But there's our overall standings, and I know we want to talk about the top teams, but I always look at the qualifying spots. Absolutely. Bonfire now 3 points behind Blacklight, and 8-12 needed that too, not too far behind them.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's so close, isn't it? I mean, even down to 19th could still do it. Livion with a really good game coming into that 80-point bracket there. It's doable. It's very doable indeed. So really, really exciting on that bottom half as well. But yeah, those all around those that 10th place, they're very close indeed. Blacklight only need 5 points to actually get anywhere, or 6 points rather, to get into 8th place, be a bit safer. And the top Game Lord, interesting still, 3rd over KYS, just 2 points behind, but that win was not enough to actually get them to get to 2nd place again. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that will that little battle there between them few teams, but Besiktas aren't even that far away from that battle. They're in the 140s too. So between themselves, who's going to finish on top of who, but really focused more so on that 10th place spot at the moment.
For real. Of course. We all are looking to that top, that 10th place, because that is the place that matters. That's the one who decides if you're going to finals next week or not. But I tell you where we're going right now, into a very quick break while we go ahead and get ready for Sanhok. So we will see you in just a bit.
time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make part of the new. tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves. Part of the new wave. We're gonna make waves.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are once again, ready to choose Sanhok this time. This is going to be such a fun one, Majesty.
Yeah, the last Sanhok of phase 2. And
Oh.
we always enjoy Sanhok anyway. So with it being the last one of this
Oh, yeah.
phase, I can't wait to get straight into there, to be honest, and see where those hot drops are going to be upon us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm super, super excited for that. Before we get into Sanhok, though, do want to just very quickly mention that you should also be very excited, chat, about our sponsor for this event. And you can find their link in the description. There we go. KG Shop is a trusted platform for topping up your gaming account. So go ahead and grab your UC for your PUBG Mobile account there if you want to go get some UC and get all topped up with all the things, because it's cheaper, faster, and safer, and there's always great deals to be guaranteed. I'm just not gonna talk anymore, but yeah, go ahead and check them out while we're here. Now we're gonna get into the match, and who's your prediction?
All right. Do you know what? Actually, do you know? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Besiktas. I like them for Sanhok.
Okay.
They've already won. So
Yeah.
maybe a bit of a dangerous guess. They've had a chicken dinner already, but yeah, I'm just going to roll with it. That's my instinct. So it is going to be Besiktas for me.
Nice, an excellent choice. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with. Oh, I had it. Where was I? I've forgotten it again. I was going to go with Team 812. They were looking pretty spicy on that Miramar. They've been looking good for a while now, and I think they got what it takes to win here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with them. And that zone so far looking very nice for this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's looking nice for Far Voice over there in Paradise, landing on their own this time. I'm trying to think of who normally goes down there with them. Who are we used to seeing in Paradise? It's not one of the teams that's not with us, is it? So,
Yeah.
I know Livion. Didn't we see Livion yesterday?
Possibly. I thought it was Dagestan usually goes there.
I think we might have saw Livion there yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, in the kill feed there, you can see Satanova of Dagestan has already been eliminated.
Yeah, very early on that one. Kiki in the Compound of Death. As we were saying a couple weeks ago, this is just such a tough compound to really be in because it's so open all the way around, and Dagestan look like they have a pretty good handle on the compounds around, so Kiki gonna have to be very sneaky with this one.
Yeah, and there's a player each there in that mini map. You can see Bazumi, Kiki, and who is that player? Is that Gangster Girls just behind her as well? So she's trapped here, actually trapped between a few teams there, but it will be Rose who takes her down. It is Gangster Girls, I think, up on the top of that.
Oh, she steals it.
She's stolen it. Myrna has stolen that elimination from Dagestan, and she'll be very happy with that one.
Yep, she will indeed, but Humble starting off really rough here with the 2 down. That's really a shame, but again, that's what happens sometimes when you make that large spread for loot. You do end up getting hot dropped occasionally and having no backup, so it is a risk that they were willing to take. Unfortunately for this time, it's not going to work out, but in Sanhok, anything can happen, so we are looking at Sophia and Saturn coming in here, and again, they got Sophia up. We know what she can do. We got Saturn as well, been a good player so far for the team, so we'll be looking forward to seeing what they can do as a duo, and the good thing is that they're in the trifecta, which could be a very good spot for them.
Yeah, I wonder if they will stay down in the compound or head to the hillside. No, because Saturn's getting tagged up by someone else. Now look at her health. Who is this coming in with the long range? Is it Fate? Or somebody else? You can't see anybody on the minimap, so it's definitely a long range team. Possibly can't be Fate there because they're in boot camps there. We could see them in the distance, but that is a little bit too far, so I wonder who it was. And there is a UC code for you guys, 600 UC. Head on over to the PUBG Mobile Redemption Center, pop in all of your details and that code and bag yourself some free UC there.
Absolutely. I believe it was Vias on the other side. I saw their name pop up behind them. So I'm wondering if that's them. Besiktas, though, looking at Gemibasi. Could be a nice little knock here. There's 2 stuck behind that rock as they try and make their way in. Have to go. Oh, but Purple going to be going down to Fiever there. So Besiktas do have this fight on Gemibasi going right now.
Yeah, nice spot from them. Gamabasi now just pushed behind the rock. You can see Purple just trying to get some help there, but if any of them move, they could be poached down by Besiktas there. And here we have 8-12 coming in. Yeah, like you said, they've been the last day or two slowly creeping up that leaderboard, not letting that top 10 get too far away from them, trying to take on Gangster Girls now, one of the teams not far behind them in that leaderboard. So this would be a great start for 8-12 in Sanhok if they can eliminate some of the competition.
Absolutely. I love the confidence with which they're pushing here. They're just so coordinated coming in. Oh, Rawan having to jump down there. Very, very dangerous indeed. But yeah, looking really good. Nice bit of pressure coming in from 8-12. Looking very nice indeed. And Rawan's gonna just nip behind that rock there, so she just makes it out of there alive. But I don't know for how long, but Zero's down to just the one of Gemabasi.
Yep, just Melina left up here for Gemabasi. Zeros is going to cook that nade. She's not too fussed just now about healing herself. She's feeling confident. She's got her teammates around her, and it will be her nade in the end there that eliminates the last player of Gemabasi. And 4 eliminations there, all on Gemabasi. That will see them out in 16th place.
Looking very, very nice for Besiktas, but yeah, Gemabasi, not a good run for them in Sanhok so far, but they have a little while longer left. They should be all good to go for now. We'll have to see how that goes, but excellent for Besiktas. Looking really, really nice there, honestly. Teams, both our picks now, looking very confident in this match, Madison.
Yeah, and I wonder, we've seen it before. I'm thinking maybe Besiktas now, they had that first game win. They're sitting very, very comfortably, they're not going to be knocked out. I wonder if we'll see that aggressiveness of just looking for eliminations will come in this game for them. Have a little bit of fun finding teams, having those fights and just enjoying the game for a bit rather than, having to worry about whether you will qualify or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think even as close as it is still, I think in the next 2 games, not enough teams are going to move so far up, and Besiktas are not going to do so badly as they will go all the way down to 11th place. They're not going to do that at this point. I think it's fairly safe to say top 5 are good to go. And interestingly enough, Besiktas are actually currently 2nd, which means overall they're currently 3rd behind IS at the moment. So a really nice show of early aggression for him. But we got ARG and Farvoice. Oh dear.
Yep, Shoji there just pushing in, taking out Farvoice Gaming. That will see them be eliminated, unfortunately for them, in 15th. And maybe they'll be a little bit disappointed about that. They have got a few points over those teams chasing the top 10, but never say never, and I'm sure they'll be wanting to come back and redeem themselves in the next game.
Yeah, and you tell you what, this could be the kick they really need. They go, wow, we just went down really early in a Sanhok game as a full squad. We need to actually come back and really start buckling down and getting those eliminations now. So we could see them really come back now. Maybe this is the ignition they needed. Livion actually, nice little spread coming there across that compound area. Looking pretty good. ARG also looking good. I think Farvoice, if I'm not mistaken, because it looks like ARG only have 2 eliminations there, so it looks like Farvoice actually kind of got caught between 2 teams, which is really unfortunate there. But Bonfire deciding to move on in now.
Yeah, and we have just lost, I think, the Dolls.
Oh, yes, we have.
Saw them in the kill feed as well. Bonfire there, you can see pushing in onto any light going down there to Kumsalju and Gucci with that DBS thirst. Those DBS is so lethal. We've been seeing them a lot in this tournament actually this season. The DBS and the shotgun usage. Yeah. Also nice. So we've had shotguns and snipers being utilized a lot more this season, and yeah, I love to see it. It's a yes from me.
Yeah, it has been very interesting to see that dynamic start to become really mainstream among a lot of teams here. Okay, Gangster Girls having a little bit of trouble now as they go up against Arm Family in the kill feed or on screen right now, because Gangster Girls been looking pretty good so far. Of course, they've had to move out of of 812's way, but they are here by Hatin now, and you just saw that code flash before your eyes, and then it was gone, so feel free to go back very quickly and grab that UC on the official webpage for PUBG Mobile, but there it was on screen. Amy is down. I don't think her teammates can really come grab her unless there's somebody on that other side, but I don't think that is the case. Let's see how this one goes, because Arm Family currently 0 eliminations, but a full squad. They're ready to go. They can gatekeep this pretty darn successfully over by Hatin, as the zone has gone to them, or is over there, so they don't have to actually move anywhere as far as I'm aware. Should be okay to just sit there and kind of gatekeep as long as they like.
Looks like there's a bit of a swim battle on as well, though. Two are not quite in the water, they're just on the edges. I thought they were both out in the water.
Yeah.
So just right on the edge there. Freeps actually will have a nice angle on those two players, especially behind that little shack area. The two of them down there, if Freeps can spot them out. But there is the zone closing a few seconds. Reno is in trouble now too. Dagomar has been doing that snaky business in Sanhok. This was Sanhok. There you go. She will go down, but now has revealed herself, so she does have to relocate from that position. But does well there to get that one quick knock. And her teammates, actually, I don't think her teammates are right there with her, are they? But here comes Freeps. She's going to jump down. She's going to get a knock. She mistimed that jump, I believe. Alina is coming in for the push too. Also will go down. Very much, I think, missed judge aggression there. Can't remember that. Misjudging the timing of that push there. Dizzy not able to help out. And two of our family going down there.
Yeah, I mean, I get what they were trying to do, but that whole entire push really depended on them both getting those 1v1s, and it all fell down when she made the wrong push down the hillside. Alina was counting on that push to get rid of that Gangster Girls, and it just didn't. So very risky play coming through here, and it just didn't work out, unfortunately. That's a real shame, because Taya, she was all the way in the back, so now she's going to have to make a move in. This could change things, but Alina is still knocked. She probably will bleed out fairly soon, so I don't know if they're going to be able to save her on this one.
Yeah, probably just letting her stay there for now. But the only danger with keeping a player up, I think, is obviously they already know where the enemies are. They can see where Gangster Girls are. But sometimes if you leave a knocked player, don't forget that they can be sending that information to your teammates. You know, this is where they are. They're here now. They're moving here. But I think Gangster Girls might be trapped there. If Dizzy decides to stay there, she will be trapped inside that shack for a bit there until... unless anybody comes behind family Dizzy there. So if the zone goes away from them, we'll probably go back to them at some point, because I'm sure one of them will go down at some point. There you go. She's staying there. She can see Myrna has got, unless she smokes up and tries to find a little bit of grass to dip into, she could be stuck down there as Taya comes as well. But Rowan still in her position as well.
Yes, indeedy. None of them really just yet. None of them really can. It's very open down here. So Taya's in the only position that could get away unscathed at that point. So they got to be very careful with how they play this one. As the zone comes in, it's not going to be easy at all coming in there. But Bonfire on the other side of the map, they're looking pretty good here. Still a full squad. Only one elimination so far, but they got some good angles on these teams trying to come in as Vice takes down Fate.
Yeah, but Shadan, they're going down to Gala. We're quickly going to Blacklight, though, because they have a Game Lord right above them. But Yatem will go down there to Peekaboo. And Blacklight will have to push forward if they want to get into the zone this way, as Ellie goes down to Malak. So they've got some angles on there, and they've managed to take two of Game Lord down. You can just see their other player a little bit further out. So I think she has a chance there just to make it into zone if she can withhold the sightings of Blacklight.
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit further, so she could be okay, but she will have to play, of course, on her own for the rest of this game.
Yes, she will, and that's a big shame coming in for Game Lord. But again, we always the automatic thing to do is always to, oh, they're gonna not top 3 or top 5. It doesn't matter. Top 10 is what matters. And again, Game Lord are in a position where they're not out. They've kind of, at this point, they've booked their ticket to the finals now. They can relax, and we may actually see some of these teams start to do that. Dagestan, for instance, Besiktas, maybe, although I think they're probably still in that mindset of wanting to get a few more good games in. But Vias, Armed Family, everybody above 100 at this point is most likely going to see those finals, so they can relax a little.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll say Dagestan have ever relaxed. Maybe a bit of
True.
a calmer day yesterday than we got obviously spoiled by them, and then we expect big things from them every game now, which is probably a little bit unfair from us. So I wouldn't say they had an off day yesterday. They still picked up quite a few points. On one top, we're still in that head-to-head. But hang on a second, because Dahuha has a trio of Bias team right on her heels, and there you go. She's going to 1v1 Vendetta first, takes down Vendetta, 2 more, and Vias there going straight into prone position to hide themselves for a second while they figure out where she is. And here comes Green, the next person to do 1v1, but she gets taken behind Dahuha. Lovely composure of herself there. That player came from behind and she managed to just flick her view around. Dahuha will go down to Reem though, but Fate Illy, she's coming next. She can't save Dahuha in time, and it will be a 1v1 here. I think it's Illy and Reem. Here comes Reem. She's throwing up those nades. She doesn't want it to come. She wants to get that height advantage. She wants to pull around a little bit better. Nice adjustment from Illy there. Gal is trying to crawl for a revive, but I don't think she'll have enough time to get this. Nope. Gal goes out to the nade. Actually, the nade first. And here comes Reem. Who's going to win this 1v1? It's going to be Reem of Vias team.
She's going to go out
to eliminate Fate Esports. But yeah, we're into stage 4, that blue zone now. I don't know. How many meds did she have? She might have a few seconds to get the med kit. If she is quick, because that zone will be hurting now.
Yeah, she had 5 bandages, no med kits. So rough spot.
Yeah, she's good. Well, she's got all those crates around her. She's got two teams of crates to try and pick anything up if she can quickly, as there is the timer. 6 seconds. Athena, no, what a jump up there from Athena. Manifest was just waiting for you to pop up and gifted that knock there from Athena. Unfortunately, just not what's that word, comprehending that the team is up there with the angles on, but Rook coming in there as well. Yildiz will take down Hentaker, and Manifest goes down as well, as they just watch their teammates. I don't know if they can get there anytime soon to revive her, so probably just have to watch Athena bleed out unless they can get across there. But they've got a few teams there. Arm Family, 812, Rook as well in there.
Yes, indeed. Rook actually going after Game Lord. Oh no, down they go, out they go. This was not their Sanhok for today, and neither is it Livion's, as ARG takes them out. A 1v3, 1v2 at least, by Shoji. There we go, got it in the end. Oh, and then an immediate knock onto A12 as well. What is this girl on?
Why is everybody fighting on the edge of the blue zone again? We don't normally see this in Sanhok, to be honest. They're normally straight into these zones. But yeah, once again, we're finding everybody out in the blue. Yield is there taking out Gucci, Zeros confirming that. Kumsel's gone down to Zeros as well. Athena did bleed out. Blacklight there taking out Rose of Dagestan. And there we go, Hentaker going eliminated by the play zone, and that would be 8-12 out there. And just like this, we've got top 6 as Kazumi goes down to zone as well. We never see this in Sanhok.
Wow.
But they've been taking their time getting in these zones today. Goktu going out to Zeros as well. Yildiz taking out Nilsu. I think how many is at the end of Bonfire? It is. Now Rowan goes down to the play zone. Look at all these teams who waited too long to get into this zone, and the pressure of Besiktas is coming because they just watched them trying to make their way in now. ARG Angels in a lot of trouble that nade is going to be misplaced because that player has already died, unfortunately, leaving just the two there. You can see making their way down. Shima has managed to go prone. Clara's in trouble to the play zone too. Dagestan go out in 5th. Fevia can then push onto Shima, eliminate ARG Angels, and it is top 3. We've got Rook still here and Blacklight.
Wow, look at these girls go. We got a 4v3. I mean, that's a huge amount of players for a Sanhok coming in here. Rarely do we see multiple teams full 3-man here, but Blacklight might be in a little bit of trouble here. Rook got some good eyes on this as they try and just weasel into the worst possible spot. Right behind there, that's going to be 2 down, I believe. 1 down for, 1 down for Blacklight.
Yeah. Between Rook and Bashik just coming in there down the side. Bashik just taking out a few of those players there. The nade of Zeros confirming Nads there. So they got 1 up for Nads. Actually just goes out to the nade as well. So only Malak left will go out there to Nature. So we do have the squad of Rook up against Besiktas. And 7 eliminations here for Rook Eternal. They really need this as well because they got pushed out of the top 10.
Right,
so
of course.
They're still chasing it as well. So this will be great game for these guys. But of course, Besiktas are on fire at the moment, on a little bit of a roll. We've got those DBSs though we can see. And look, Rook Eternal will push here. But Besiktas at the moment have this zone. Can they hold off the squad of Rook pushing in? Fieva, they're coming the side of Fieva. Can she hold them off and let her teammates know what's going on? They're all there right next to her. She's going to give out that spray. I am here waiting. Is she going to get that win? No, she's got very, very low. She's managed to get down Inu 6, but she is low. She hasn't got time to med up. She's going to go round now. She is going to go down. Zeros goes down, and Yildiz is the last one up. It could be a win here for Rook. It is going to be a win for Rook Eternal. Well played from them. That full squad just too strong for Besiktas there. Geez,
very, very well done there. I mean, Zeros doing her bit, trying to get that 1v2 off. Almost got it. I think she did get it, but it is going to be that off angle. That's why off angles are so important. That player over the off angle for Rook, grabbing that last elimination, grabbing the win for her team, looking really, really, really good. And it, like you said earlier, they so need that win. They're just outside. They're 10 points outside of 10th place. Might be a little bit more now with Blacklight getting that 3rd place as well, because that's who they need to beat to get to that 10th place. But it's certainly a step in the right direction, and we could see somebody like Virtual Gaming Squad actually going down to that 11th place instead due to this. So we'll just have to see, but 20 points looking very, very promising.
Yeah, good job from Rook. I kind of had a feeling about this too. I don't know if you heard Neptura, but in game 1, Erangel, they actually were my prediction for Erangel.
Okay.
And funny enough, I predicted them in Erangel and Besiktas won. And then I predict Besiktas in Sanhok and Rook win. So
of course.
I have had the 2 other winners just the wrong way round, unfortunately for me. But yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah, I thought they might have came for the chase today, trying to get back that top 10 spot, and thought they would go for a win, and they did it in Sanhok.
They did indeed, didn't they? And what a win it was. But Besiktas getting the same amount of points. That's very interesting. I don't think we've ever seen that so far in this tournament, at least.
I mean, let's just give me a point anyway. No,
yeah.
They have the same points, but they didn't get the exact chicken.
Yeah.
But there we go. 14 eliminations there. I thought, I said it, they're just going to go push some teams, see what they can do. And just unfortunately lost out on the end to Rook. Just outmanned, even, Rook had to go for the zone, but she just held it, and Rook pushed in very, very nicely in the end. And a good 11 points for Blacklight, need that as well. ARG with 9 too.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too late for ARG, but still, not giving up. And 9 points for them.
Oh, and look at Besiktas there. Yildiz, Zeros, and Fiever taking up those top 3 spots. 5-4-4 with Nature in with 4, as well as Peekaboo for Blacklight with 3. So that's a very nice representation from our top 3 actual teams in this game. So that's really nice to see. And very even as well, seeing as it's like all 4 or 3 of them are 4 rather, it is looking like we're going to see those bar graphs be very even.
Yep, it's just another even game. Obviously, Besiktas will be a little bit, I think, above the rest. Of course, a few more eliminations than everybody else. But just what a Sanhok to finish off this phase, and another different winner there, Rook. And there we do have it. Besiktas, of course, a little bit ahead of the rest, but Rook there with some. They've got a few more eliminations than maybe they should have had.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, look at that. Really, very steely of them, I feel. Yeah, they've been their weapon in a lot of other people's business, going over there and taking some nice few shots over there, getting some of those eliminations looking very nice. Oh, and second place actually do it by a long shot. That, I mean, it's nearly 20 points. 20 points they're ahead.
Yeah, but obviously KYS were missing, so but Besiktas also have had their game rest today too. So this is how it will be. That is even games played for each team. So yeah, just that 20 points, just edges them a little bit away from the teams there in 3rd and 4th, and closing that gap on Dagestan, actually, who haven't had that much of a normal start from them. Not been able to go for that 300 points we thought they might.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. I don't think they're probably really going for that anymore. Do they have to? No. I thought they might try and go for it, but in the last couple of games, I don't think they're going to be able to get those 70 points, although we saw them get 52 in 2 games, so who knows. Could it still be in the cards for them? Tell you what is in the cards for us and for you guys right this second, though, is going to be a small break as we get ready for Miramar, so stay tuned. Erangel.
space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are once again. That was our second to last break, Majesty, because this is our second to last game already. It's been a heck of a week as these teams have been battling it out for this Erangel, or for this finals, really. But it all comes down to this Erangel and then the next Miramar. And it comes down to us as well, Majesty, because we are currently tied. You very nearly got 3-2 over me on that Sanhok, but not quite. So we're still tied. So who are you going for on Erangel?
Yeah, it's getting nervous for us as well. There's nothing in it for us. We're only doing it
No.
as a little game, so we haven't got anything on the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually going to go for KYS Inferno
Nice.
for this Erangel. Played pretty well in the first one, and you know, two wins yesterday. So feeling good about them. Let's see if they can get me a point.
Yeah, looking at honestly, yeah, I think I went with them on the Miramar or something. Yeah, on the Miramar, I think I went with them because yeah, they've been looking really good today. So good choice that one. I think for this one though, I'm going to go with Besiktas. I think they're looking for that second win, satisfied with that, and they continue to want those wins. They just narrowly missed out on it in the last one. So I think I'm going with them for this one.
Yep, good luck to everybody though. And yeah, we were talking in the break about the race for the 10th place.
Yes.
And literally, I didn't even realize how because we talked about Besiktas closing up the gap. We didn't really talk about that the qualifying spots, and it's literally going to be so close. Literally these two games.
Yeah.
And if I think it's all this game. Perhaps we'll shake it up a bit, but I think it really will come down to Miramar in the end.
It really will, because we were talking about as well how some of those teams are on a rest game for this one, and some of them are on this is their last game for them for tonight. So it really is going to depend on that Miramar, who goes where and who does what. So we're going to be very, very excited to see that race for 10th. Nice zone, gone a little bit too north to be very comfortable, but it is going to be a nice starting point. And we do have a hot drop already.
Yep, nice to see. I think, are we in Lepovka, it looks like? And just mentioning the last game for some teams, we will shout out, it is the last game for Group B. That is Blacklight, Armed Family, Vias team, and Humboldt also. And this will be the last time we see these guys in Phase 2, so good luck to them. And fingers crossed for them. And there is that 600 UC code for you guys if you want to go ahead onto the PUBG Mobile Redemption website and pop that in and see if you can grab that before anybody else.
Yes, indeed. And if you are unlucky in this code, with this code, you can go ahead and top up your game account anyway with KG Shop. who are trusted by millions of gamers around the world. And with their discounts and promotions, you always find a great deal. So very quickly, before we get into most of the action here, you can also use payment methods, multiple payment methods, to purchase items on both Android and iOS devices. So go grab some UC and go back to you, Majesty.
Yeah, very quickly, because Fate Esports are taking on Vias right now. Vias there shedding with the first blood. Taya and Gala, look at that. It is going to be a wipe there from Fate Esports. And that will be Vias team eliminated. And that was their last game.
It was. Oh, that's heart-wrenching for them.
I think they have plenty of points, so they can see 131 points. I don't think they're in immediate danger. No. It is highly likely they will stay in the top 10.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, that's a great 4 points for Fate. Of course, being at the bottom of the list there with 46 points. So looking like it could be a really good game for them as well. And that would be such a nice way to end the event that they've been so far.
Yep, next up in Mansion, we have Team 812 and Virtual Gaming Squad. Now, these teams only separated by 10 points. And Virtual Gaming Squad are actually sitting in 11th place, tied with 10th place with the same points. So, can 812 here, if they eliminate them, it's going to be really, really close this final game. So Virtual Gaming Squad and 812, who is going for it? Who is hungry for this qualifying spot for the finals? But those nades, those Molotovs flying. Miao runs straight into that Molotov though, just dipped her toes in it and caught on fire. And Virtual Gaming Squad trying to hold off 812 now, and 812 look hungry, Neptura.
They really, really do, don't they? They've been looking really good for a couple of days, and they're really for it here. So nice to see them really start to stand up and take down Meow to start off the game. Oh,
yeah,
this could be
there
good.
comes Hazel, jumps out the window. It pays off for her. She takes down one member of 812. Is she going to take down a second one? No, she turns her back as she reloads. She does get eliminated by Anissa with that DBS. Here comes Mazara, the last player for Virtual Gaming Squad. She hasn't backed off. She comes for it, and it will be 812 winning that fight. And that'll be a crucial 4 points there for 812, you know. That is crucial for them as they creep up now on a Virtual Gaming Squad.
And I mean, that was such a vital fight for both of those teams, because let's remind everybody here, 812 currently in 13th place with 86 points before those four, right? So they're currently up to 90. 90 points puts them 6 points behind 10th place. Virtual Game Squad is in 11th, tied with Rook at 96 points. So this is looking really, really, really close here, because Virtual Gamers are out. So this allows Bonfire, 812, both of those teams to move on up and get the job done and potentially get rid of Virtual Gaming Squad's chances for good.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on a very strong Miramar to finish off this tournament.
Absolutely. They really are. It's going to be very... Y'all are not going to want to miss this this Miramar. It's going to be fantastic, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be... Oh my goodness me! Because that says 5,400 UC. Hang on a second, because I want to try and claim this for myself right now. Let me get onto the PUBG Mobile Redemption Center site, enter my details, put that code in. 5,400 UC.
My goodness.
I almost want to block that out and go and get it myself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a lot of spins. I mean, there's some really interesting events going on in PUBG right now that you can go spend that cash on. So go ahead and grab that. Be very, very quick, though, because there are currently 45 people in chat, and there's only one code. So you don't want to be too slow for that one.
Yeah, but I wonder. I think PUBG Mobile Europe hasn't been getting these codes quick enough. Maybe... it's the Turkey PUBG Mobile Turkey stream, or one of the other streams in another language.
You're right.
Maybe getting that code first, because I'm sure we're going to share it's the same live stream that you guys
Quite
can see
possibly.
just of different casters for you guys. So possibly those other spectators are a little bit faster than than these guys. So
Yeah.
you gotta remember, we're not just competing against ourselves here. You're competing against those others, other
Exactly.
streams at the same time. As KYS Inferno lose Delicia here around school. Kowalski is going to
Kowalski.
get heavy damage taken there as well.
Oh, there's no one over there.
That nade comes flying in from Shoji, takes out 2 members of KYS. Oh my goodness, it's not looking good for KYS. It will just be
Not at
Aqua
all.
on her own there, and ARG Angels not going out without a fight either.
No, they're really not. Is that the second team ARG's eliminated in the Erangel, or am I thinking about the Sanhok as well?
Maybe Sanhok.
Yeah, okay. But still, ARG looking really, really good here. They were looking good in Sanhok then, and looking good here again for this Erangel as well. Just 15 points behind 8-12 at the moment. Certainly doable. That would be a nice win, and then another good game in the next game, or vice versa, for them to get in that top 10. So it's very doable for them, especially the way they've been playing so far.
Yeah, and that means my prediction there, she's going to have to play the rest on her own. But, you know, anything can happen as that zone closes in 6 seconds time.
Yes, indeedy. But it's interesting. We've already lost 2, nearly 3 teams, and we're just about to go into stage 2 in a minute and a half. So this is very early fights going on here. We still got 1,200 meters to zone as well. So I'm really wondering where that zone's gone now.
Yep, hopefully we get a chance to see that map, see where we are, see where everybody's headed, see where everyone's rotating, see the next fight. I think it's going to come pretty quick. You know, our family, as always, they're in their home of Roshok, and it looks like they're in a zone. So it's gone over to that area again, similar to game 1, really.
It does indeed. Gotta love that zone coming in there. Bonfire, speaking of zone, are still in it. So they're not really making any moves to get anywhere near zone just yet. They don't really have to, but they are certainly in that contention spot for 10th place. Fate now and Livion.
Yeah, I feel like Fate are out to spoil some teams' parties today, because you know, they're probably thinking we haven't really got much chance of going through unless we try and win a game. So they're happy now, just pushing teams. It looks like, because they've targeted Livion next. Just watch out for that Molotov there, Talia. Nearly those flames just reaching outside. But yeah, Fate Esports. Look what they're getting up to in the last day. You know, going for these eliminations. So good luck to both of them here, because Livion, of course, these are the 2 teams at the bottom of our table, but they haven't gone. They won't go out easily. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams have been really trying their best to make the last few games really count, you know. It's been really nice to see as well, seeing that aggression still come from them. That's a nade, Lily. Oh, I called her Lily. Whoops. But, oh, nice flank coming in there as well. But yeah, they've been really doing some really cool, not backing down, even though, you know, their chances of going into the top 10 and into those finals are getting in each game, but they're still continuing to those points and work done. So looking very good. I'm impressed with how they've handled all this. Yep,
and they're still those nades, throwables flying, quickly switching to Yasnaya. Infinite there, and the dolls just driving away. It looks like we have another team. Is that Besiktas here as well? It is.
Yes.
Besiktas in Yasnaya as well. Quiet from them so far, Neptura.
It has been indeed, hasn't it? But they are they're in zone, so they don't have to move. Shading getting taken out there, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, she didn't quite work out exactly where the Livion player was in that building, and gets tagged up herself while she was looking through the window. Dahuha, though, with that spray coming in onto Honey, it makes it a little bit. They've got 3 up there. One player just medding up. And Dahuha has gone down as well. So does Illy. and that will be Fate
GGs.
Esports eliminated and Livion themselves getting 4 eliminations there. So a nice little tussle there between Fate and Livion.
Absolutely, a very big GG's, and both these teams will be back for the Miramar, so it's not the end of the road for Fate just yet, and that's a good few points going their way, so all around. But ARG also continuing to spray down, currently got 3 eliminations. They're looking actually in a really nice spot. This is a good area for those third-party eliminations, trying to get those points on the board. Dagestan trying to move around them, and Humble on the other side there. So this could be a very interesting spot for ARG, but they're going to have to handle this very carefully if they don't want to get sandwiched. That's the only problem with a zone or a position like this. But ARG, 15 points behind 10th place right now. This could be very, very interesting indeed for them.
Yep, it's doable. All it takes is a winner chicken dinner. And we have seen ARG Angels get the win before. So it is possible for them. But at the moment, it's Arm Family and Bonfire in that kill feed, just switching back to Yasnaya. Dodina with eyes on Dagestan there. Just a quick note, we are resting Group A in this game, so we do have no Far Voice Gaming, no Gemibasi, Game Lord, or Rook, our last game winners. So if you did come to spectate your teams there, they are resting this game, and we'll be back in the next one.
Yes, so nice. We'll be back for the Miramar and ready to just at it for the final game. Oh, but this one's shaping out to be quite interesting. The zone has decided to go from the majority of these fields over by Yasnaya, giving a perfect opportunity to some of these teams over here, Besiktas and Infinite, maybe having control over those fields, but actually I don't see Besiktas at all. Looks like they've prioritized zone, not going to try and get into that early fight with Infinite for control of the last bit of Yasnaya, and it looks like we might see Besiktas moving on out of there. But this western side, the southwestern side of zone, is actually looking very busy.
Yeah, maybe some of those teams like Besiktas, you know, they went wild in Sanhok and the first Erangel, so maybe practicing ready for finals. You know, they've definitely gone through with those points. Maybe they think rather than you know, keep being aggressive, maybe we should practice a little bit, you know, placement. So they've been a bit calm at the start of this game, opting to go for those zone rotations instead. So a bit of both worlds there today for Besiktas, it seems like.
It does indeed, and yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, they have so made it in. Like, it's not even a question. They've gotten to those finals. GG's, by the way. But yeah, so it would make sense that they're just going to chill out and be more experimental for this one. But we'll see how it goes into the later phases. We are getting into stage 4 now, so some of these teams going to have to move out. Gangster Girls being one of them. They set themselves up quite nicely over there. But alas, it's not going to be working if I've got that. Yeah, not going to be working for them. Humble on the very edge of that zone as well. So Bonfire is going to have to come in as well.
Yeah, quite busy down here, isn't it? As Honey now, Livion getting targeted by Blacklight, and Blacklight really need those points too in that table to keep themselves boosted up. And Infinite here actually going to crash onto Dagestan. Very bold of Infinite here. This little petrol station, I don't know, I call it a petrol station, don't know what it is, but the nade comes flying in though, and the Molotov's going to go back from Lee, and that nade comes in, takes down most of that team. Satan Nova with that nade just gets, I think, a squad wipe. No, Rose gets one. Rose gets one. But I think Rose gets that, gets one of them. Yeah. I thought it was a squad wipe with that nade from Satan over there, but
for real.
Oh, Infinite. Oh dear, unlucky for them.
That's a shame.
They went for it, and just the nade's too strong of Dagestan.
Yeah, it's a shame because, again, like you just said, it was a great push, great aggression coming in from Infinite. We love to see it, but yeah, the nade's just too strong, as you said. So that is a shame for Infinite, but they are one of the teams that will be coming back. So no worries, we can see them again in that Miramar.
Yeah, but Dagestan there though. Oh, we see those nades plenty of times, but I feel upset for Satanova. I bet she's screaming at her teammate.
How dare you?
Because she was so close to that squad wipe there.
Yeah.
But always plenty more games for Satan over there.
Exactly. ARG continuing to hold onto the spot, and 812 got a fantastic compound right there. They've managed to grab that for themselves. On the very edge of zone, though, looks like the zone has decided to go the way of the North Hills rather than the fields over by 9 are going to be seeing. Oh, Henteka going down there. But Shoji, but she's got to be careful. Oh, down she goes. Yeah. Going to be a quick retaliation there. But I think ARG going to be able to grab that player back on up. But the zone is actually pushing all these teams together. I mean, we're seeing 5 teams in this tiny little cone.
Yeah, so nearly half of the lobby that's left around that mini map there. So all very, very close, and 30 seconds. We will see again where we're going to head to. Yeah, our first Erangel, we did actually go to the north of Roshok as well. So it's kind of not too far off. What these girls have already seen earlier on, as Rose of Dagestan goes down to Athena. So here comes Besiktas. Yeah, Dagestan going down there. There you go. The zone timer is there. 6 seconds to go. So just a little bit further west, I think, of where we had the zone from the first game.
Yeah.
And not too dissimilar from yesterday's Erangel actually too, when we finished just slightly east of that water town. So not too far off there with the river and the bridge, etc.
Yep, looking very good. It's going to be a really tough zone for these northern teams. Oh, it really, really is. Respect are over there, so they're going to try and come in, but Besiktas might just get gate kept here. There's too many teams on the northern side. Yeah, this is the best course of action, really. They do notify Respect that they are there, but they were not going to get in if they didn't do something about it. So they're going to try and get as many of those kills as they possibly can before moving in themselves, but now that gives Blacklight time to move in as well as Fiever goes down.
Yeah, Blacklight just had some massive kahoonies there. Look at that shot from Athena, though.
Nice.
I was just talking about Blacklight. They pulled up onto the road near the bridge, right next to Besiktas, to pick up an extra vehicle, I think. So they had extra vehicles between them, and then just started driving off. So they wanted to just take a little stop next to Besiktas and then see if they could make it through. And I mean, they did. I think they had some help with that knock on Besiktas too. But yeah, nice from Blacklight just sneaking on through.
Yeah.
And going to switch quickly to our dolls because they are 2 down, and Bonfire are in that water in their vehicles. Look at that. Taking that option. ARG making their way through this side too. And I think we're going to see a few swimmers, but look at this ARG trio pushing up onto Saturn. And we've managed to get one of our dolls players up, but Saturn looks very low now though. Is that another nade flying in? It is another nade flying in. She turns around and walks into it, just taking Saturn down there. ARG Angels maybe look to push into her position now. But no, Sophia will go down as well to Rowan. So ARG Angels putting in some work in this zone. They want this spot from the dolls, and you can see their Bonfire. Kumsal just peeks up, and Kiki's got to go back to the land too, but she doesn't realise Kumsal's gone back into the water. There she can see her now.
There she is.
The two of them there just swimming together. Kiki wants to pop back up. Who's going to get back onto land and get these shots off first? But we're going to quickly switch to Besiktas and Dagestan. But Zeros getting taken out by the Gangster Girls. So the Gangster Girls still in this. We still have 11 teams left for this zone as the next one closes in. And that nade comes flying in from Peekaboo onto Athena, onto Fierier, onto Zeros. 3 of them down. Only Yildiz is up for Besiktas. She can't pick her teammates up. She's trying to get Fiever up. That means that Zeros likely, you can see her there a bit too far away from this too. So Besiktas will go down to the duo. And what else is going on right now? It's all happening. There is that zone, and it's gone to the Gangster Girls, and they look like they are spread out enough to control control this very nicely. Those sprays from Amy down onto Armed Family. They can also keep their eye on, you can see there, Sheikdus. And look at all these teams that got to come through Amy right now.
I mean, these sprays are just phenomenal. Coming in there with the 6 times onto Armed Family, really just stopping them in their tracks. ARG gonna have to watch out now as well. Yeah, there they go. Oh, this is a perfect position for them to just farm points. I mean, they're only at 2 defeats right now, but they've got the entire lobby to get through. I think we're looking at a really high elimination game for them now.
Just look at this area that Amy has. Yeah. She doesn't have to worry about her back being exposed because her teammates are there. She can just focus on these players trying to come into zone and try and pick them off while her teammates hold off Besiktas and Dagestan coming in. So yeah, she hasn't got to worry about anything right now behind her. Look at how they're positioned there, like how they're split up. Zena here focused on Besiktas, teammate there with Dagestan as well. Rowan though takes on Alina, so Rowan taking out Armed Family. And where is Amy to pick up these eliminations from her position? It's going to be ARG. There she goes. Rowan takes down Taya, so Rowan is down there with Amy as well. But it was ARG Angels getting some eliminations there on the Armed Family. Kumsal actually of Bonfire still down here too, and Amy's not wasting any more time. She's pushing down. She's hungry for these extra points, and they've managed to get 5 so far.
Looking just really, really good. They played this so well. Love to see it. And she's trying to third party right now, ARG and Bonfire, but doesn't quite have that angle for it yet. Looks like somebody needs some stuff. Needs some loot there, so they're gonna smoke that one up. ARG Rowan is on the other side, so Bonfire has been able to take down Rowan. Oh, Rowan as well. ARG out. Yes, it is. ARG are current of this game. GG's though. We are looking at our final 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if Rowan there, maybe even if they need some loot, they can't really go there. It's taken by the blue zone now, so maybe just wasting, I don't know if wasting some smokes or trying to distract or what. But yeah, they're still spread up, but they're getting targeted now because they are getting taken out. You know, they've gone for that 2-2 split and they've got to regroup because they're under pressure. Amy has gone down to Kumsal. Kumsal will go down to the place, and that is Bonfire there going out. And we're left with Dagestan though, the trio of Dagestan against the trio of Gangster Girls. Myrna just getting eliminated, and I think Amy's trying to get a revive on her teammates, and it's a 3v2 now. So Besiktas were eliminated as well.
Wait, Gangster Girls might, I don't know. I understand. Once they get going, they really going, and they have the high ground. I didn't even see how it went wrong, but I mean, Gangster Girls now still can do this. They still have that. They've got that momentum behind them. But Dagestan on 12 defeats. I don't remember seeing them in that big kill feed, but here they are. Look, Zumi did go down early, so she's contributed nothing to that. So that's 12 for just 3 players. They've had a great game here.
Yeah, they've had a great game. So did Gangster Girls to start with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the zone didn't go their way. They're going to have to try and, I don't know, they've got 20 meters to run, so they will have to pop over that little ridge there at some point, and then Dagestan will just be waiting for them. You can see there, just waiting for them to show themselves. I'm surprised Dagestan aren't actually pushing, but obviously if they pop over there, there is Amy in the grass, and she will have some nice sights to spray down. So it's just creeping up into the zone right now. Amy has made it in, and she's going to go with a nade first. Could this connect on to any of these Dagestan players? Looks like it's going a little bit in the middle of them though, so not enough there, not enough accuracy. She can't quite locate where any of these players are. And you can see One Tap just jumping around. We're looking for them, proning. Dagestan taking this very seriously from them. We're used to seeing them just pushing at the end though, but not taking any chances with this one. Satan over, everyone just trying to locate each other at the minute. Who is going to get the first knock and pretty much end this game for us. They've only got a few seconds. If they're not quite, there you go, that Molotov not reaching enough either, so Dagestan don't really know where Gangster Girls are either. So neither team can locate the other just yet, but Satanova is pretty low. Not sure what she got low from, but she's taken some damage.
She has indeed. Yeah, this is interesting from both teams, especially Dagestan, right? Because Gangster Girls may know who's on the other side of that. So they might be trying to be a bit more careful. They may not know who it is. Dagestan don't need to know who it is, right? They're so far ahead of whoever it could possibly be. That it's interesting that they're really playing this one out. They want a win here. And they're being very careful. This is unusual from them.
Yeah, maybe just trying to get back into their groove, That nade flies in though, connects onto Rowan. They know there's only a solo left. It's only Amy. And here comes the push now from One Tap. Can she locate her? I think she's seen her. It will be her teammate Statanova to finish the game. And it will be a win from Dagestan.
Geez, Dagestan played that very, very well. They did play it a little slow right at the end there, but hey, they're being careful. They can do that if they want. But what was that? 4 kills at the end of the day? Geez, just a fantastic round for them. There you go. Yeah, and so quiet at the same time. Like, obviously, they must have been in the kill feed a lot, but I didn't see them pretty much at all. They had that the petrol station, the gas station there, for a long time. They held that, and then they just plowed through the rest of those teams. And for a team to stay a 3-man squad with such force as well, through that kind of zone where it was just so chaotic, is just a really, really nice thing to see. So Dagestan, ARG doing a fantastic job as well with their 10 eliminations. They were just plowing through teams for 13 points. And then, of course, Gangster Girls there did a really, really good job. I love how they split across that zone and just controlled the zone. Really, really nicely done. Just didn't end up going through all the way to the final bit because of, zone and all. But really, really, really nice.
Yep. Well, I forgot what I was going to say there, and I started off with well, and I realized I wanted to say something else, so I'll start again. Good job from all the girls there, is what I was trying to say. For some of those teams, and Rowan that pays off for her team 6 eliminations, the same as Statanova. Statanova robbed of a squad wipe by Rose, who comes in with 5 eliminations, and One Tap there with 3, and Gangster Girl Xena with 3 as well. So nice job there. And I'm just worried now about possibly when we get to those overall standings, I think maybe Blacklight with IRG and Gangster Girls doing well, and Bonfire. We shall see that soon, but first we've got these eliminations and damage. And not surprisingly, we've seen it many times before. Dagestan there with nearly 2,500 damage and those 14 eliminations, but ARG and Gangster Girls coming through, same as Besiktas, but just only managing to claim 4 of them eliminations there.
Crazy. It's interesting. We're seeing a lot of teams actually with a little bit higher damage, or a lot higher damage than their actual eliminations. I mean, even Virtual Gaming Squad, 310 damage over there. Humble Dolls, 489 for that 1 kill. Blacklight, 743 for 1 elimination. It's looking very damagey and yet not very point-y, if that makes sense. Dagestan taking the win, though, I just have to mention that. That's insane.
Amazing. Over twice more than any of the team Besiktas there, picking up 3. But we shall see if they can continue that momentum into those finals with our automatically qualified teams from phase 1.
Yes, indeed. That's going to be such fun to watch them perform with them, against them, all that good, happy stuff. Looking quickly, though, at the top 10, we do have Bonfire moving into that 9th place. Excellent game. Go back down to 11th. And Virtual Gaming. Wait. Is that? No, it's not. Oh, I thought that was their last game. It's not their last game.
The only team really there in danger is Blacklight. 104 points, won't be in this next game. So if you want to take a spot in the top 10, I think Blacklight got to watch out now.
Yeah, it's going to be a very nerve-wracking next half hour for them. But we're going to be going into a small break now. That was a great Erangel, and it just gives you just a tiny little taste of what this Miramar is going to be. The final match of phase 2. This is where we find out who's going through to next week and going home. So stay tuned and a few minutes.
If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. If you want more, we let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. Part of a new day. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves. Put your hands up if you want more. We let the beat rock across the dance floor. We gotta move, where did the time go? Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up time go. Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your hands up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are. Majesty, this is it. This is the final game. Oh my goodness.
This is going to be so intense. I can't even comprehend
Yeah.
how the girls must be feeling if you're in that
I
race.
know.
That race for the top 10 or even trying to hang on to the top 10 spot. It's so close. It's going to be one hell of a game for sure.
It really is. It really is. I'm just looking at chat. We've got a few supporters of Judge and Far Voice in the chat at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be so insane. We were just discussing, weren't we, Majesty? There's only like 9 points between 6 teams, 8th to 13th, I think you said.
Yeah.
Looking just really, really close. So it really is a battle for 10th coming into this final game of Phase 2. But this is where we are going to be seeing who is going through and who is staying home. So, predictions, Majesty, final ones. We're currently tied right now.
I know. I was scared because I'm so nervous that I don't even play.
Yeah.
I only spectate. They haven't had a win through the whole of Phase 2. They're in 10th place. They need some points to cement it, and I'm gonna go with Far Voice Gaming.
Nice.
Nearly, they did pretty well in the first Miramar. That was your first game, of course, and I think they need to be hungry for that win now if they want to hang on to 10th place. So I'm gonna back it, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race.
Well, I love that prediction. I'm considering who, because I had somebody in mind who I was gonna go for, but I'm just making sure that I don't want to change that at all because there's so many teams that, I mean, in that top race for 10th, maybe I should go for one of those teams instead, really get behind some of these teams. I'm just having a little look-see here. This is a difficult one though, but I think I'm going to go for 8-12 on this one.
Good shout.
8-12.
The arrow says infinite.
It does though,
so
doesn't it?
We'll take that. We'll take the flight pass prediction as well and see if the flight path can get a point.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I mean, that'd be a world first that a flight path gets a point in the prediction game. So we'll see how that one goes.
No, because Besiktas won the first one, and that's how DK. He went with the arrow of the flight path, and so really 1 point to PUBG.
That's true. Actually, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking it was DK's, but that's true. It is the flight path. Ooh, wait a second. San Martin has 3 teams.
I think it's Rajasthan. Are they ready to? I was gonna say spoil some fun, but it looks like it is Fate and Livion that are down there, though.
Yeah.
So maybe just looking. Last game, we're pretty comfortable. Let's just go drop on some teams and have some last game fun. It looks like see what we can pull off in a hot drop.
Absolutely, and that's not the only hot drop over there because we got El Pozo as well, looking like there's at least 2 teams. Far Voice is on the outskirts, but they are currently in vehicles, so I don't know if they've decided to stay there or to move on. So there's at least 2 teams that have actually hot dropped over there. Rook, though, not going to be one of those teams. They're going to be just over on by their onesies. Yeah, ARG and Gebabasi going to be going at it. I think that is El Pozo, but Rook on this eastern edge, 600 meters to go to zone. They are quite comfy.
Yep, ARG are hungry for it, aren't they, in the last
They
few games?
are.
They're thinking, this is how many points we need. So let's just try
Ooh.
our best and see if we can catch up and overtake anybody. You know, maybe if we can get a win, we're going to be up there in top 10. So there you go, ARG with first blood.
Yes, indeedy. Oh, yeah, Livion, Fate, and Dagestan. Okay, this could be very interesting. So, and Livion, once again, going head to head. And Fate is the only one down so far for this.
Yep, seen these two teams many times before. As Kitty of 812 is going to go down to Besiktas. Looks like everybody in Miramar is ready to go, not wasting any time. And there is that 600 UC code, guys. Go ahead on to the PUBG Mobile official website, the Redemption Center, to try and get that code.
Yes,
If you are unlucky or if you need a little bit extra on your account, you can always head on over to Kashi Shop. And they are trusted by millions of gamers around the world. With discounts and promotions, you'll always find a great deal in Kachi Shop. You can use multiple payment methods so to purchase items. So if you're Android or iOS, no problemo. So if you need some more UC, it's time to visit Kachi Shop.
Excellent notion. Very, very nice indeedy. Yeah, so go ahead and grab that link in the description. Is Livion and Fate go head to head here?
Yep, and it looks like Dagestan just on the outside, just listening to it all to start with. We'll see when they want to pop in and get involved. But yeah, we've seen Fate and Livion many times against each other. Just a shame there at the bottom of the table there. But yeah, never afraid of the fight, either of these teams. And neither is ARG Angels today because they are still battling against Degemi Bassi and just eliminating Melina.
Yes, indeedy. So that is the two teams over in El Pozo. And Livion actually have decided to move away here. They're just down to a duo, so they have decided to break free of San Martin and go on their separate ways, leaving their teammate behind. Unfortunately, couldn't quite grab her to res her on up there. Infinite actually have Impala to themselves here this time around. So we are looking at Infinite just chilling for this one. Hopefully they're going to move into zone on time and we won't see any of those nasty zone eliminations for them.
Yeah, obviously Armed Family missing this last game. So Group B played their last game in the last Erangel. So we've got no Blacklight, Armed Family, Vice Team, Humble Dolls. They've done all they can do. All they can do now is watch and wait to see what happens.
Indeed. So GG's, girls, for your incredible performances so far. And we just have to wait and see for some of you, are you going to go in or not? We'll be keeping our peepers peeled, as I'm sure you are as well. Oh, but now it's Fate and Dagestan. 1st versus 16th, going head-to-head here in San Martin.
Yeah, the top and the bottom, unfortunately. But you never know what can happen. And Fate, I'm pretty sure, will not go anywhere easily. This is their usual spot. So see if Dagestan what they can do against Fate Esports.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, what a great boost this would be to Fate for Dagestan to go out to them, you know? That would be incredible for them. Dagestan would be like, huh? Excuse me? But hey, if it works, it works. It would be really fun to see that. But Livion, actually, I love what they've done. They haven't gotten out of their way completely. They've actually just rotated up to the top there. So they're going to try and get as many third-party shots as possible. Really looking really nice. As Gemma Bassi go out. They're done.
That's the end for Gemi Bassi, and a bit of a shocker from them, I think, because they were so consistent through phase 1. Qualifying for phase 2 pretty comfortably, and then I don't know what's happened in the last couple of days. While everybody else has been moving up, they've kind of been the team to move down. So a shame to lose them as well. But you know, somebody has to go out, and one tap has gone down at the moment to Dahu Ha. So here comes Rose to support her teammate. And gets into that building pretty quick. Bazumi making way as well. But yeah, so starting to lose these teams now who we won't see in those finals.
I know. It's been such a great time watching them, though. And I'm sure we'll see them in the next one, season 3, perhaps. We got some nail biters in the chat, though. Gatik, she nervous as heck right now for the last game. So don't worry. All these teams going to do their utmost to get that top 10 spot. Currently, 8-12 are in that top 10. Well, not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite, because that's omitting the teams that aren't here right now. So not quite. 8-12 currently actually in 13th. So
yeah.
Don't really pay it. Don't hold that as the actual overalls, because we're missing 4 teams in that. So yeah.
But what we could do, if you are watching, you see where respect are there in those rankings are 6th all the way down to 10th place 8-12. That is actually 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13. So that order for them is right. There's no teams to go in between them. So those 6 teams there, you can just watch their points, and whoever comes out the top 3 of those 6 teams is pretty much in the top 10.
Yeah, excellent. Good point there. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Oh, as Livion. Oh, hello.
Oh. I think we're just lagging out a little bit there, are we? With Bazumi. Oh dear. We'll wait to just catch them up. But yeah, so when that, we'll just recap when that table does pop back up. The 6 teams there from 6th to 10th on the board.
There we go.
As we just go back to Bonfire, headed towards the Lost Learning. Yeah, so those 6 teams are in the correct order. So whoever finishes in the top 3 of those 6 for sure should be in that top 10. So those are the points you've got to watch out for between those 6 as we see our final Miramar driving.
Aw. Well, for this week at least. Oh. For this week at least, because of course, remember, we do have 4 days of finals next week. Again, Monday to Thursday, 5 games each. Looking for some very spicy finals coming in to next week. But yeah, last Miramar. Oh, that's not wanting to move over. Wow, that is a stubborn coup. There we go. Got it in the end. There we go, all good to go. Just moved out of the zone. They're going to have to move again. So Bonfire making their way in. Not sure. Oh my god, Gucci.
Gucci's having a right good time with this car, isn't she?
She really
all
is.
over the place in there.
Yeah.
But she's still on her wheels though. And we're still down here with Dagestan and Fate Esports too. So just taking their time still as Sato Nova tries to cross the road here. Watch out for Gangster Girls coming.
Yes, indeed. You're going to have to be very, very careful there. Dagestan, with San they're not going to get sandwiched very easily. You'd have to have very close quarters for it to actually be a sandwich. But Gangster Girls could definitely limit what Dagestan could do. And that is not the best position to be in. Yeah, see, 1 tap. You can't go running around quite like you were used to be doing a little bit ago. But now ARG have moved in on Livion, and it's just 1 left.
Yeah, ARG are really chasing this. And they're that nade flying in perfectly from Soji to eliminate Livion, and ARG Angels getting themselves another point.
Yes, indeed. ARG really looking for this win, I think. So, GG's to them. And that is Livion out, unfortunately. GG's, and that's going to be them done and dusted. They can do no more.
Yeah, but Gangster Girls there with a knock on Dagestan, and I saw Far Voice Gaming pulling up towards San Martin as well. So San Martin looks like the place to be right now.
Yeah.
But ARG, they're taking out Oreo. ARG Angels, what is going on? There they are, picking up 91 points now. So, you know, could they even possibly creep on up into the 10th spot or more? So,
possibly.
yeah, San Martin looking very, very busy.
It really is, yeah, looking really nice. And I love these kinds of zones when it goes in San Martin. It's always so chaotic. And I know probably the girls are not really wanting a chaotic zone because they know the last game is going to be chaotic enough without the zone being silly. But it's so much more fun. We love seeing it. Just like we love seeing these codes for 600 UC. Go grab them right now in that in the official PUBG Mobile website on their redeem page. So pause, screenshot, do whatever you need to do, fill out all your information, and get that code. If you're not able to get that code, though, do check out KG Shop because, of course, you will be finding a lot of great deals on game top-ups in the link in the description. So go grab that if you can. As ARG looks at Tajistan. Ooh, headshot. Oh, hello.
Just switching to game on really quick. This fight between those 6 teams in that middle of the table, I can't keep my eyes off it. Every time ARG is getting an elimination, there Rwan goes down to Yatem. So we're having a bit of a race here. Gangster Girls and Game Lord Sirens. Who's going to stop first? Lisa is going to stop and jump out of her car to spray up Xena, but can't quite get enough shots onto them. Looks like the duo Xena and Amy can pull away a little bit, and Rwan will be left down there, you can see, to bleed out. But yeah, just intense stuff.
Yeah, that's a real shame for the Gangster Girls because they've been doing some really, really good work the last few games. But 3 is still quite a strong team to go off of. ARG now up against Infinite. ARG, 6 eliminations so far. They are looking really good for this.
Yep, they've moved up there. You can see with 91 points, just behind now, chasing down Virtual Gaming Squad and Rook with 96. So, you know, they're still going for it. There is a chance for them, you know, because you can look up their Bonfire with 99. So only a few more points in it, really. You know, if they keep this momentum going, who knows?
Exactly. Game Lord now on top of the other side of the mountain. So yeah, San Martin definitely middle of the zone. It's getting very, very crowded. And we still have multiple teams to start making their way in as well. Ooh, Infinite. We got 812. You can see the teal of 812 on their right-hand side there on the mini-map over there. We're also seeing Fate, ARG on that side as well. There was somebody behind them, so lots and lots of teams moving in at the same time. And we're still got 14 teams. We've only lost 2 so far.
Yep, nobody wants to go out in this game, especially if you're those mid-table teams. You cannot risk anything. So I predict that some of them are playing pretty safe. The teams that are chasing maybe can be a little bit more aggressive because they know that they need points, so they can't really play safe and then go out with none to go out there with no place for points either. But they're Simper just getting a little bit of a warning from Besiktas. We're outside of zone now. There it is. And we're just going
power grid.
Oh, that's nasty. I don't know if I like that.
No.
For the teams, no, but for us, yeah.
Yeah. Power grid, nice and open, no room at all anywhere for anyone. Let's go. Let's make this as difficult as possible.
Yep, Chloe there, just checking out KYS Inferno, who have definitely had a great phase 2 compared to their phase 1. So much more improved, and yeah, be looking forward to seeing them in the finals. Here is Delicia. Yeah, I can't believe the difference in them to only just qualify to then coming through with this phase 2. Much more aggressive and just sitting in 3rd place, like you said, 147 points. But Rook, another team who are not letting this go lightly. They're with Besiktas right now, I think probably outside of that zone.
Oh my god,
we're outside of zone, and KYS is driving past ARG. Angel, are we going to stop here? We are. We're going to stop. Infinite is still here as well. ARG, Dagestan, I mean, everybody's here right now. Rwan's gone down to Aqua though, and ARG could lose it here. But she takes down Aqua. Shoji there. Delicia goes down to Clara. And could they pick up another 4 points? Kowalski is the last player. This would be fantastic for ARG's efforts.
It would.
If they can take out another squad. But we're going to switch to Besiktas. two are struggling there against Rook. And I think Aqua's gone out, so I think that is 4 more. No, it's Kowalski that's still alive. Kowalski is the last one up for KYS. It is Kowalski, and we've seen her be MVP a few times, so don't count her out. She could hold on to this for her team. Shodi is down as well. So Shima and Clara. Shima's going to go for this revive. Where did Kowalski go? She's eliminated one of them. Can she eliminate the rest and do a squad wipe? We shall see. Going back to Besiktas, though, Zeros eliminating Rook. They're taking out Sonder and Nature with that very, very fast spray. It was almost so fast we missed it nearly. And that will be Rook eliminated. And they have 96 points, still joint with Virtual Gaming Squad. And I believe they were in 11th place.
Yes.
So they will not be able to make that top 10 now, which opens the door for Virtual Gaming and ARG, who have crept up to 94 now.
Yes, they have, haven't they? And 8-12, just 6 points behind as well. So very, very close here. There's an extra place for someone. Oh, it bounced out. It was going to be a good nade, but it did bounce out there. Oh, but that was a better nade. That was a better nade onto 8-12. Oh, darn it. That was my prediction. 8-12. Getting taken out there? I'm pretty sure.
I think one tap's nade. Did one tap's nade take out the whole team?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Wow, wait. So, 91 points. They've not made it.
They won't be able to make it either.
They won't.
So really now it's only on to Virtual Gaming Squad and ARG Angels. Yeah, but they've got to hope that, you know, Far Voice Gaming and Respect and Bonfire, they've got to hope that they go out pretty soon as well, though, don't they? So it depends on those 3 teams too. As KYS eliminated by ARG Angels, they're doing everything they can to take this head on. My word, 95 points now. They've caught up to Virtual Gaming Squad. Oh my goodness me. This is going to be just absolutely one hard-fought fight till the very end. So we're into our top 11 now. Just keep an eye on those teams in that leaderboard, because now it's going to be Infinite to test ARG. Infinite pushing now into this zone. We're still over there on the edges of San Martin. And Goxu there of Bonfire doing her best for her team as well, because they are not out of the danger zone either. Don't forget they've got 99 points, so still well, no, because if there's only 2 that can really push them down, it's really Far Voice Gaming and Respect first, but obviously Respect and Bonfire have joint points, so it still could go either way, but really two of them could potentially fall down here. Virtual Gaming's got to look like they're in a bit of trouble. They've got a player knocked. Nilsu there taking out Fieva of Besiktas, but Gucci goes down to Yildiz in turn. Besiktas and Bonfire here. Bonfire doing their absolute best. 2 of them left up against 2 of Besiktas. And she will go down. Nilsu with that knock on Yildiz. Kumsel's down, so Nilsu is on her own. She needs to get that elimination point. She's going for it, but at the same time she gets eliminated. Did she get an elimination point? I don't think she did. Oh, she really would have needed that point as well. They finish on 100. It could be enough. It might not be, but Respect down to a solo though. So if Respect go out before, we're not into placement points right now.
Far Voice, 100 points.
Yeah, so they've creeped. Yeah, so they've creeped up, and so it really is down to Respect and then Virtual Gaming Squad and ARG, what those other teams behind them can do. To be honest, that is what it is. Respect solo really got to hang on, because she's the one in danger now. And of course, Bonfire, if Virtual Gaming Squad only need 2 more points to catch up there to Bonfire. But we're with Infinite right now. Besiktas are eliminated, but they are pretty comfortable in that leaderboard. And Infinite now taking on Clara. Clara's just taken out 2 players. She's taken out a 3rd, I believe. Only Simba left. Can she do another squad wipe? We've seen Clara do it before. Can she squad wipe for her team again? Oh my goodness, she's not alone. She has a teammate, I believe. Yes, ARG. She does have a teammate, Clara. There they go. They're going to push down the stairs now while they're about to have switched over. We're not going to get to see it because we switched over to Virtual Gaming Squad. Clara's gone down to Simba. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Clara gets her kill on Leah. Clara gets her kill onto Chloe. Shima takes out Simba, and that is Infinite eliminated. And oh my goodness me, ARG Angels now overtake Respect because Respect are out.
Oh my goodness me, ARG just doing the most, and they are down to a duo, so that fight with Infinite really hurt them. But man, they're looking like they're really going to be able to do enough here. They're in the top 5. They're in the top 5 as a duo in zone.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. What is going on? Virtual Gaming Squad are also still here, by the way, as a squad as well. Yes. This is so nerve-wracking. Far Voice Gaming in there as well. Mazara's just gone down to Lisa though. This is another crucial fight. We're into the top 5 and 3 of these teams. Yeah, 3 of them, ARG, Virtual Gaming Squad and Far Voice all fighting for the top 10. They've lost Meow. Hazel is the last one up for Virtual Gaming Squad. Far Voice Gaming going down in the kill feed as well. Amelia's gone out to Carmelia's gone out to Gangster Girls. Xena the solo just behind them. Oh my goodness. Game Lord in there still as well. Yatem has got a nade ready. Game Lord looking strong too. Look at Hazel in this zone. Oh my goodness, she will go out to Lisa. And that is Virtual Gaming Squad eliminated. And Game Lord though are going to eliminate Far Voice. No, nearly there's one left. One less for Far Voice. Game Lord though with 8 eliminations here, looking good, possibly even for another win here. We've got ARG Angels though putting in some good work. Clara there with domination, and I'm not surprised. Solo Xena here needs to push into this zone right behind Lisa, who smoked herself up.
Can't see her.
This is, I am nervous. I'm excited. Lisa goes out to Xena. But ARG Angels top 3 and with loads of eliminations. Game Lord there with 8 and looking good though. They've got a trio ARG in that zone. We're all in zone, and that
when it goes to Game Lord.
Game Lord can definitely hold this zone. I think Xena's going to have a tough job there across the road. Yatem just keeping eyes on here. This is so intense. But I think ARG Angels might have done this, you know?
They might have.
I think they might have. We'll have to wait for the confirmation of stats, but I think they might have.
Yeah, I think this is entirely possible.
With some placement points here too. Yeah, they could have done it. Oh my goodness. What a comeback if it's true. But yeah, let's just see who wins anyway, because if they get a chicken dinner there for sure, they for sure made it. But Game Lord here holding this zone. I think ARG maybe just slightly out of it. Maybe they've got to get behind that wall or such. It is very close to the road. So who's going to make it in? Xena is still out there as well, you know. So don't count out the solos for sure.
ARG
15 eliminations. They for sure have done it.
For sure.
Add on those placement points.
Yep.
Look at that. I said at the beginning, they're looking very aggressive. They've got to go for it if they want to do it. They can't sit back. They need eliminations. And they've stormed through with 15 after, they've been on that, the lower end of the table. For most of this phase until maybe yesterday, starting to pick it up. And today, Shima's gone down to Diabla. Here is the move of Game Lord. Xena now making her move to the zone as well, but she's going to get taken on by Yatem. And the zone takes her. No points given to Game Lord. She says, I'm going to go out to the blue zone. And it is ARG against Game Lord. And it is only Clara up now here. What can we do? Clara, Game Lord coming for a second win tonight. Finishing strong for the girls.
Molotov.
Sirens. That Molly lands straight onto Shima. It's her own teammate. Pinching, stealing her own teammate there away from Game Lord. And here comes Yatem. Yatem comes in. Clara knocks Yatem. Can she get the elimination point? I don't think she does. And it will be a final win for Game Lord Sirens with 10 eliminations.
Wow, Game Lord coming in clutch there. Really well played from them. I mean, we were so busy looking at these other teams. They played such a quiet game, quote unquote. You know, they were just coming in from that northern side, just edging in, being quiet, taking a couple of kills here and there, grabbing 8 eliminations to start off, and then just getting there, prioritizing position, getting those positions down so that when that final zone did come in, they were ready for it. Geez, what a game from Game Lord.
Yep, a second win of the day from them, 20 points. You know, they were pretty safe anyway, way up there with mega points over 100. So just a win from them to finish off and get that momentum ready for finals. And I must say, ARG Angels, Clara was absolutely phenomenal there. I must say,
there you go.
21 points altogether, 15 eliminations. What a shame for Clara that she managed to knock that one Game Lord player, but couldn't quite get an extra point there. But I'm sure, I'm pretty confident they should be in the top 10, and I'm sorry if they're not.
I know,
but I'm pretty confident. But oh, what a comeback, and so aggressive. They needed it. They've done it. What team effort there from ARG Angels, and I'm not surprised they're in there. Shoji and Clara with 6 each, and then Game Lord Yatem with 4, and Far Voice Gaming, Lisa with 4, and Zeros with 4 from Besiktas. Did Far Voice Gaming get enough points there too to keep their place? Because of course they were in 10th, and with ARG. Obviously, I expect to see them in the top 10. Did Far Voice get enough points there to overtake the teams in front of them? I think possibly so.
Possibly.
I think Far Voice Gaming should be featured there too. But look at that, 3,367 damage, 15 eliminations.
Yeah, that is the highest damage we date. We've gotten to that 3K mark, but 3,300 is a completely different ballpark that we haven't seen yet. So GG's ARG, what a phenomenal last game they've given us here. I mean, they really just gave that their all, and the zone went to them, and they were able to hold. That building is such a difficult one to hold, but I'll shush, because here we go. Virtual Gaming Squad are in. ARG are in. They're 8.
Oh my goodness! So it was Respect, Bonfire, and Rook in the end that moved down. Respect and Bonfire, I think, started off in that top 10.
They did.
Yeah. So pushing them out there. 100 points, not quite enough. Virtual Gaming Squad managing to. I was worried for Virtual Gaming and Blacklight, but there you go. Just sneaking in there. Far Voice did manage to hold their place. They were sitting at 10th. They were the ones in danger, but survived long enough there to get 108 points in total. And ARG Angels, honestly, fantastic for them.
Amazing.
What a comeback.
Yeah, really, 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 really good work. My goodness, I mean, that comeback is just incredible. We haven't seen something quite like that for a while, and for certainly a few days, but my goodness me, here's your head-to-head. Rose, ooh, okay, not one tap this time. It's going to be Rose, and it's going to be Fiever, so Besiktas getting some representation in this head-to-head for the final one of Phase 2, Majesty.
Yeah, but what's a head-to-head without Dagestan involved?
That's true.
Of course, Rose there with 47 to Fiever's 34, but Besiktas have been looking pretty good.
They have
today as well. So I think it's looking very interesting for these finals now. Some of those teams that maybe were a bit quieter during Phase 1 coming through in Phase 2, and it's going to be a sweaty competition for those finals next week.
It is. It really is. I mean, we're going to have to go to bed after this. This was just too exciting. Too much. It was all too much, really. What games Though ARG coming in, I mean, the fight for 10th, all those teams really stepped up and knew what they had to do, really gave it a real good try and a good fight, and just fantastic. And for Gamelord to just sneak in there and grab that win from the north side of zone, get in there, get those final eliminations, really, really good stuff coming in. But we do have our top 10, Majesty. We do know who's going to the finals, and unfortunately, we know who's going to go home. I just want to say a huge thank you to the teams for participating. It's been just such a great time, spectating, casting, just watching you girls perform and do your absolute best. And we hope to see you guys in the next tournament. For those in the top 10, GG's, congrats, and we'll see you next week as well. Just like we will see you all next week as well. We're going to be going off now. That's it. All 5 games done and we'll be back on Monday, same time and place, but we're going to give everybody a little bit of a break to just calm down from the week's events and give you all just the weekend to recuperate and reset for the finals. But you don't want to miss this because it's looking really, really good. Thanks so much, Majesty, for joining me this week. It's been so much fun. Any final thoughts?
No, just congratulations and commiserations. Very, very. It's gooding, but we've got to go to those finals next week. So
Absolutely.
See you all then.
Yeah, see you all and have a great night, everybody.
Lost in space, superhero vibes, yo. Put your lights up if you wanna go. Close your eyes now and chase the sun. We gotta move, follow the tempo. Gotta take it ice, we gotta let it roll. There's 100 different ways how to spend up all your day. We're gonna make waves. Follow the new way. We're gonna make waves. Follow the If you want more, we let the